a siren call to the more devious, for a taste of the glamorous, an escape from the mundane, to release the mischievous and drown in the polyamorous. The best of wine, the best of women, and all the wonderful vices. Welcome to the cult of Dionysus. Let us begin!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Oddities D&D. It has been a good long while since we've been on the air with this campaign here, and we are very excited to be back. Oh my goodness. So before we dive into the story that we are so excited to get into, I'm going to go around and I'm going to introduce all the players for the evening, starting with Viria.
Hi, I'm Ari, now with Cooking Sherry.
Oh, shut up!
Delicious.
Point of inspiration for prop work.
Oh
Well
my
done,
God.
you. Right
That's
on.
so
Thank you.
good.
And I play.
That upsets you.
Good. I live to upset you. And I play Viria, the Hexblade Warlock who likes Cooking Sherry.
Hey, there you go. Across from her, Rose.
Oh, I'm crying.
Hi, I'm Friend. I play Rose. That's it. I can't top that.
No Cooking Sherry there.
I also don't want to top that. So
There you go. There you go. Down from there, Nagheim.
You may not be happy that you're here, but that's not what your dad told me last night. And don't worry, I also call him Daddy too. I'm Zanzan, and I play Nagheim, the Drow Wizard.
Oh, the hot, huge, horny hoe.
Oh, there we go. And across from there, Cult.
Yep. I'm Chuck. I'm so sweaty right now. And I play half-orc rogue Cult, who's gone to rescue his brother. And that Cooking Sherry was fantastic.
Oh
It
my
was so
god.
good.
Like,
The-
I blue screened when you put that out. I was like, what? How do we even show? All right. So, with
try
that
this
out of the
one.
way, who is going to be reading the recap tonight?
I don't know. I haven't been around in like 2 weeks. Should I do it?
Go for it.
Yes.
I'll
Make
go
it up.
for it. I'm going for it. Pardon me. Noticing her group is being observed by something perched in a tree, Rose wakes the others to alert them to the presence of this intruder. As they are interrogated by Nagheim, they are revealed to be a woman named Uxala Tsi,
Good enough.
who's been living in this part of the jungle with an army of undead she's raised. Uzkala or Uxala?
Uskala Z.
Okay, Uzkala.
Did I
Deduces
typo?
a little bit, yeah. Uzkala deduces the oddities are headed south and volunteers to accompany them on their journey to protect them from the dangers unknown. The party reluctantly agrees to let her join them despite the unsettling presence of her zombies. As they continue their long trek under the rain, Cult and Viria try to teach Rose how to read during their downtime, and Uzkala makes use of the undead as guards during the night. On the second day since meeting the necromancer, enormous boulders suddenly start raining down on the group, injuring Rose and Viria, who have gone ahead to investigate. As the oddities scramble to regroup, and find cover, Nagheim notices a fortress from which these boulders appear to be coming from through Albert's eyes. The crew agrees to leave the area for the time being in order to recover, and as they are also in a hurry to catch up to Tens and the cultists. On the third day, the Oddities eventually reach the river described by Rose, where they notice a group of people loading barrels of water and fish in the back of a very familiar cart.
So, approaching the dividing river. Even from this distance, you can see figures on the opposite side filling containers, bathing and foraging with a little... Hey, spelling mistakes. How you doing? Well, actually, I think I read this at the very tail end of last time. Yeah, a carriage that is the same one as from your estate. So, like the recap said, what is everybody wanting to do? And I think Nagheim, you had your hand up.
Disguise self, Nagheim now looks like a wood elf in the exact same robes as the cultists.
Okay.
Oh, so we're going ahead with that plan then.
I am a drow. I think it's best that I don't look like a drow.
I mean, I think it's a pretty decent plan. Rose, since you're the one who possibly might be recognized, are you just gonna cowl up and...
Oh, they won't recognize me around these neck of the woods. It's fine.
Are you
All
sure?
right.
You were kind of worried about that last time. Because we could go for the bandage thing we talked about.
Oh yeah, we could bandage your face up.
I mean, I won't say no to extra. Yeah. Let's do the bandage thing.
All right, who's got bandages? Anyone?
I wonder.
Anyone speak up? Speak up.
I mean,
I
no, someone's got
remember,
some.
I remember a certain drow having bandages.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't do that. But
Well, I will say this. I dig
Making
the
a
bandage
fuss
idea.
about it.
I dig the bandage idea if that's the way you want to go. It will cost you your healer's kit, though. So,
I think I have a few healers, Kate.
Well, I don't.
I don't.
oh, I have 2, so it's fine.
Mhm.
Okay,
Hey.
so I'll get out and bandage Rose up to look as if she's been a little wounded, and I'm gonna use Presto to create blood marks in some of them,
okay.
so it looks as if she has actually been wounded, and to give a bit of bruises on her.
Fair enough.
I'll pick up some dirt and throw it at her.
Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna go
it
to
has
bed.
to look like she's traveled this way for a while.
I think a bear may have come past this way. I don't know if that was dirt.
Throw shit at me.
Well, oh, it doesn't smell bad.
I pick up some of what's like gooping up on me and I throw it back at Viri.
Mhm.
Does it land on her?
I don't know.
Well, I don't really make any attempt to dodge, so.
There you go.
Okay.
Colt will smell it. He's like, no, I think it's mud.
Oh.
All right. So what are we doing, guys?
Okay. Somebody wants to get to the
What
story.
about Uskala?
Okay. Make a perception check.
Are you coming with us? Or, okay. I'm great at those.
Mm-hmm.
Perception. Man, I want to roll physical dice.
I feel like I'm
Who
watching a
knew
Ken
rolling
Burns
dice was so
documentary.
complicated?
That's cocked. That's a 6.
Okay. You don't see her anywhere.
Oh.
Did she say she was gonna leave us here? She did what she said she was gonna do, get us through the dangers unknown. Do I see any zombies? Do I smell any zombies?
Make a perception check.
Ooh-wee. I'm using my dice. Oh, I'm using my grave dice. That's a 15
Total?
total.
Okay. You see. That's how you do it, Fred. You see.
Called out.
No. I'm just teaching.
I'm teaching.
You see with a 15 that there are shadows behind some of the trees in the background. Not yet. Don't. That seem to be shuffling away from the direction you are heading right now. So you don't see her, but you do see figures in that stumbling kind of zombie gait moving away back into the forest.
Well, it looks like they're leaving us, which, I mean, she was a deeply unsettling woman. However, it's like a teacher you don't like, but you realize that they've taught you something, is to fear the undead. And I will for the rest of my life.
We didn't get to say goodbye.
That's not really all on us, is it?
I mean, she's the one who insisted on following us, so.
Yeah, it wasn't like she was begging her to come along with us.
I don't think that's
I mean,
the
she
last
did
we'll
help
see of her.
us.
Well, if we have to go back up north, then I assume we'll probably run into her.
All right, so what's the game plan? Are we going to thinly veil the truth of why we're down here? Say we're adventurers, looking for a lost mate, and since Nagheim's already dressed as a cultist, maybe we can say that we ran along one of your lost lambs.
That is what we discussed last time.
All right.
And
That's fine.
hopefully they invite us to join, and then we tag along.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
show
can do like a
interest.
7-day trial type of thing
Yeah, a little bit. Listen to the speech.
without committing.
All right, that sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Tally ho. Let's go.
All right. So you're heading across the river to these folks?
Yeah. What's this river situation? Is this something we can wade through, or do we need to romance the stone at this bad boy?
Refresh my memory what the fuck that means. It has been a long time since I've seen that.
Is there a wreck like an old bridge that's gonna collapse and we have to take vines and swing across?
You can see it. It is a little narrower to the north, the closer you get to the mountains. But right now, if you're directly across from this group you see on the other side, you got about, I'd say a good 60 feet, and you don't know how deep it goes. But the river does move at enough of a pace that if it is deep enough to kind of kick you off balance, you might go downriver a bit.
Okay, I have an idea. I'm just gonna ask for help.
That's brilliant.
Oi! Oi, friends! He starts waving.
And you see some of the people who are like knee deep in the water right now just kind of look up, look around, and they catch sight of you. Big
You
smiles.
see a man with a pith helmet and all the Banana Republic you can muster.
The Banana Republic.
Bravo.
Friends, we're trying to cross the river. How deep is it? And they're pointing to where the river is narrower?
Yeah.
Okay. But no verbal response.
Not yet.
Okay. Well, I guess we're hiking to the narrow part.
So to speed that up a little bit, you get there.
Trudge.
Yep. And you see them stop at one point because you're following along, keeping pace with them, trying to like see wherever they lead you to. And they pull on kind of like a piton on their side that has a bit of like a knotted rope to it. And they just kind of tug it, and you can see it makes like a little bit of a line towards your end. So make an investigation check real quick.
Ooh, Ooh la la.
just to see if you really fuck this up.
I'll let the searchers
Um,
look.
14. I have a really good investigation, by the way.
That does it. So you see a piton that's close enough to the water's edge that unless you're looking specifically for it, you wouldn't necessarily see it. But attached to it is kind of like a corded vine kind of thing, much like what they seem to be holding on the other side. So if you grab hold of it, you see that it lifts out of the water gently enough. It's a bit waterlogged, so it's a little heavier, but it should be something to hold on to brace yourself as you walk through the river to the other side.
Colt's going to start to unlace his patent leather boots, which are just the most delightful brown that offsets the tan that he's wearing. Ties them, hangs them over his shoulder, rolls up his jodhpurs as much as he can, and then dips his toe in the river.
What were you going to say?
I'll just dry you off after.
No, but then, Xander, this
Xander?
looks more.
Who's Xander?
Oh, I'm sorry. Mankind.
Are you okay? Who's Xander?
I'm just so
Is that a
excited. I've
ghost?
never forded a river before, and I feel like doing it in my bare feet is like the adventurer way. Maybe I'll get some like. good
It's also
calluses.
it's also easier to cross without any waterlogged boots on.
I read it in a book. It sounds like fun.
And as you step your first little toe into the water,
He's got big gnarly toes, BT dubs.
so cold. Because it's mountain water coming down from what is essentially the Swiss Alps.
Parts of my body have receded into other parts of my body.
You're reverse turtling right now. It's just, and it's become an intestine. All right. So if you're leading the pack there, Cult, who is following in what order?
I'll go next.
Okay.
I have defense against the cold, so that water feels awesome.
I'm
Perfect.
gonna use Presto to keep warming myself as I go into the water.
All right.
So
I'll move behind Nagheim.
Disguise self. It's not concentration, is it?
Presto isn't concentration.
No,
though, so I
not
can
presto.
still
Disguise self.
do- Nope.
Okay, we're good.
But I
Keep
can also
on keeping on.
cast spells while concentrating on another.
No, it wasn't
can
that. It was if you needed to make Constitution
Oh.
saving throws. Yeah. Anyway, heading across. And about
Iria wades in like she's a natural because she's used to
Oh yeah.
these cold temperatures.
for sure. What you may not be used to though is about halfway into it, it gets up to about waist high. Everybody, please make a group strength check.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, not a saving throw, just a strength check.
Yes. If you have athletics, I'll let you use that as well. If you're proficient in it.
Fudgers.
Well, what do you know?
I got an 18, but with I don't have athletics, but yeah, that's fine.
Okay. What's everybody else?
That's a natural 20.
Hey!
So
Oh, that's
24
great.
total.
Because I
Rose?
have a 0.
You got a
Did you
0?
roll?
What?
Mm.
Okay. And Rose?
22.
22? Okay. So
No big.
with a natural 20 and 18 and a 22, they are able to hoist you up, Sliver Wizard, and you are not gonna like biff it today. Okay. But you learn the hard way that Cult and Viri were very correct that without shoes and everything, it is a little bit easier to kind of manage it because you get like the frog feet kind of thing as you go along the slippery rocks.
You
Eventually,
clutch with your toes.
Ew.
Yeah, your toes are like fingers, you know, but on your feet.
And the mud's good for your feet as well. Makes them soft.
everyone is yelling that at you as you try and not think about everything they're saying to you
Yeah.
and just get across as quickly as possible. But eventually, you reach far enough aside that the other members on the other side, they wade into the water a little bit just to give you a hand there. And what do you do?
I mean,
Not all at once, please.
Oh, we're across.
I'm all the way behind, so.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm second last.
I'll take the hand. It's like, oh, jolly good show. Thank you very much.
Oh, no worries. It's nice to see some familiar faces down here. How are you all?
Oh,
Colt just like, familiar faces. He thinks to himself.
Ugh,
Have we met?
but
Not that I know of, but there's no time like the present. How y'all doing?
Hi, my name is Colt, and this is my party.
Petunia, charmed.
Hello, Petunia.
Nick, I'm just silently wave.
Vivienne.
Vivienne, that's great. It's so nice to meet y'all. What y'all doing out here? This is crazy.
What's your name, friend? I'm like, hey, what's your name?
Well, my name is Briggs. It's so nice to meet y'all.
Briggs.
Briggs.
He's not here, damn it.
That's not my fault.
I know.
Oh, Briggs. There we go. Hello, Briggs.
Hello.
We
found one of your friends
Oh, who's that?
back into the woods. They don't appear to be very talkative though. They just
Oh,
pointed us in your direction.
there's another one. Hey, Jaquan, we got another one, just like you. Oh, don't be bashful. That's okay. Jaquan, he don't talk too much either. He sticks with me. I do the talking for both of us. We'll get along great. Come on. Now, why are you all out here? What's the story here? I feel like there's a tale to be told.
Oh, we're just looking for a friend who was traveling out here, and he was supposed to call back in and never did.
Oh, that's a shame. What's your
Yes.
friend's name?
My friend's name is Never Ready.
Never Ready.
Yep, that's
Now
the
that's
name,
gotta
Never
be
Ready.
a nickname. There's a story to go with that, I'm sure.
No, it's a rare elven name.
No kidding.
Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So they're an elf that we're looking for, and about my height, maybe a little shorter. Dark hair.
Huh.
Would you have seen an elf recently?
I mean,
I
I've
mean-
seen a lot of faces and a lot of folk. They come and go as they please, but I can't say, well, you're not really giving me too much to work with there, but I mean, I know a whole lot of folk back at the camp. If you want to come in and mosey around there, I'm sure everybody would be pleased as punch to meet all you.
Well, that sounds lovely. In his earring, he just goes, "It's working." Maybe.
Oh, we wouldn't want to impose on you if it's all right with you.
No opposing to be had, my dear. You are all welcome. My
What
goodness.
do you folk all do around here?
Oh, we just live off the land and just be as friendly as we can be. It's a good life out here, yeah. Isn't that right,
So-
Jaquan? Yeah, he's a son of a gun.
What's a gun?
I will join this cult. Well, if you do need anyone to contribute, we have some very accomplished hunters who can help with food and.
Oh, that's mighty kind of you, I must say. Oh my goodness, this is a great day just meeting you all. I think we're all stocked up for food. We were just getting some water and doing some, cleaning a little bit here and there, but I mean, you're welcome to look for your friend, and why not stay for a meal? I'm sure we got plenty to go around.
It is getting
Mm.
dark.
It is, yeah.
That would be most gracious of you. Very generous. What
Think
happened
nothing
to
of
our
it.
horses?
I didn't want to say anything because you guys didn't mention it, so I don't
don't
think they're
remember.
across with you at this point. I think if you look back, you'll see the horses like, the fuck, man?
Well, allow us to go get our horses, maybe.
Yes, we'll
And,
get the horses across, and then we will follow you. We can help with any carrying of stuff and whatnot, and yeah, tally ho.
No worries. Do you need some help with that? I could send Syra and Karen over there to help you as well if you want to. Some of you want to just stay on this. And you look a little banged up there, friend.
Oh, yeah.
She had some work
rocks.
done. Yes, work done with rocks.
Oh.
It's a new thing.
Working
up
some
in
rocks,
north.
that's tough labor, I tell you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
It's
Karen,
the newest thing.
Karen, come here, babe. Karen,
She's gonna look fantastic when it's all healed up.
Karen's really good at healing, actually. She's gonna do you up solid there.
No,
It's
No,
not
the
a problem at
healer
all.
has
Karen,
a very
get the kit.
No.
Get the kit. She's
Oh.
hurt.
She gets an
She's
allergic
hurt.
reaction to healing magic.
And because it's work, it has to heal like a certain way because it's gotta tighten up just so, so the lips are full and the wrinkles go back.
Brows
It's-
are lifted and
Yeah, exactly. You know?
I'm
I
very
don't,
particular
but
about my
that's
brows.
okay.
Mhm.
The fourth wall
It's
is coming
fine.
down here, folks.
Use what you know.
Yeah.
just a quick meta question. Are they all wearing beige?
Some are wearing beige, like one of the guys, I guess Jaquan, he's got like beige trousers on, but his top half is still covered. One of the girls, I'll say Karen, because fucking Karens, she doesn't care, so her shirt is right off. So yeah, but most
Okay,
of their
but-
garments are beige. Yeah,
Okay, and they are dressed like some of the cultists we've seen thus far.
relatively speaking. I mean, not
Okay.
fully done up like Nagheim is currently, but yeah.
Yeah, just making sure we have the right group.
Oh, it's another cult.
Oh shit!
Jesus.
Damn. All right,
Oh,
so
they
we'll
split
get
up
the
into
horses then.
factions. Yeah.
All right, so who's going to grab the horses? 1, 2. Good enough. So I'll say Sayra is going to go back with you guys, just to give you a hand with the rope and everything, and kind of give you like indications of where to step, where to avoid kind of thing, because they've done this quite a bit. So I'll get you to make an animal handling check, please, because there's how many horses?
4.
4? Okay. So
Yeah,
who would
Chad went
take
there.
2 horses? I'll say Sarah will take 1, and whoever else will take 1 as well, and then someone will take 2.
Before Viri rolls, she feels a small paw come out from one of the horses and taps her, and she gets guidance. Because I
Okay.
can do touch spells through Albert.
So do you want to
What?
say Viria will take 2 then?
Sure.
Since you're guided? Okay. So animal handling check. Who do we got? What do we got?
And I still have
I-
inspiration.
And I am going to pray to Timora.
Okay.
And use luck. There we go. That's better.
Nice.
Was a 6, now is a 20.
And mine's a 21 total with the guidance.
Okay. So I'm going to roll just a normal 20 here. Ignore the name. This is from the last thing we did. Okay. So Cult went up to a
Bitch.
20. That's a 16. And sorry, Ari, I'll get you with 2. 1 can be guided.
Oh, 2 rolls?
Yes, please.
Okay, so the first one's a 21,
Good.
and the other one's a 9.
9. Okay. So you guys are
I'll use my inspiration on that.
okay.
You know what?
Let's see
Just
it.
in case.
Let's see it.
Better, 17.
You all saved your horses. Thank God. All right.
Shit.
Blow all of
Horse
her inspiration
killer.
and luck just to keep
Oh,
horses
yeah.
alive.
There you go. There you go. All right. So eventually, after about 30 minutes or so, you guys get the horses across. I'll say you can tie them to the back of the wagon because they've already got like about 2 horses already pulling this thing. And the cart itself is mostly full with like jugs and nets that catch fish and everything like that. So it's pretty packed up in there. So, well, no, I mean, why would you tie them? You can ride them if you want, because where else are you going to go?
Is the ground a little more forgiving here than it has been on our way down?
This one, as you look ahead, it morphs from dead and rotted trees and tree stumps and all that kind of stuff and mud into more green. So I'll get to that as we get into the whole thick of things.
Sure.
But is there anything you guys want to do before you head off following these folks?
Not really. Colt's gonna try some pleasantries and small talk. Nothing. Just to try and get a feeling for the attitudes of these folks.
Fair enough. All right. Well,
Rose keeps her mouth shut.
hey. All right. So, if you guys want to look on Roll20, you'll get an idea of what you can be looking at. Yeah. There we go. So, as you follow back with this new troop you've encountered, you breach for the first time the outer edge of the Rift and Mist jungle. The size of the trees that mark its borders vary in size. Some of the fledgling trees stand only 20 feet high, but the further into the heart of the jungle you travel, 60 feet, 100 feet. Some tall enough that to the naked eye, their highest branches fade and bleed into the colors of the sky above, entwining their leaves in low floating clouds. Great roots extend from enormous tree trunks, blocking the path somewhat and making the journey a puzzle as you move forward. Thick vines sag from almost every branch. Smaller creatures in the distance happily spend their days swinging from vine to vine, quickly skittering up to the highest branches they can climb to. But the trees themselves, almost imperceptibly, there it is, seem to breathe and groan around you. The canopy of leaves above you blot out most of the sun's light. The occasional god ray miraculously peeks through in a playful manner. The jungle almost lighting a path for you, beckoning you away from where a traveler may want to go. Whether the jungle tempts you away to better fortune or disaster is left to be seen. Quickly, the bright white of the sun changes the skylight to orange and eventually purple hues. And as the darkness falls all around you, slowly along every tree, a multitude of luminescent fungus appears to create an earthen galaxy within this jungle.
Petunia is gonna turn to her friends and be like, pretty, isn't it?
It really is. I've never seen anything prettier in all my life.
Through the earring, Nagheim, you just hear Nagheim going, it smells like mold and mildew.
Isn't it wonderful? He says through the earring.
What you're smelling is the smell is moss. It smells fresh.
Moss and
Put
green.
that in perfume.
I've heard they put whale vomit in perfume too.
Ooh, they also do whale sperm.
Vivi looks horrified.
I think
Colt
I'm
looks-
going to be sick.
Colt goes bright red.
And she kind of like moves away from this conversation, despite it all
In your
being,
head.
in the head, in her head. She tries to block it out, and she'll examine some of the plants she's never seen before.
So, first of all, Brix will turn to Cult. What did you say your name was? You introduced yourself as Cult, right?
Yep,
Okay.
Colt's not his real name, so.
Right. They smile and they see your reddish complexion. They're like, is it too warm for you out here? You doing okay? You got a little flush going to you.
Yeah, yeah, and he takes his water skin and he just spritzes himself. It's like, oh, first time in the jungle. Singon's very temperature controlled, so
This is your first time in the jungle?
it is my first time in the
Get
jungle.
out of here. That's
I'm
amazing.
loving it.
Oh, I'm
built
glad to hear.
a little thicker of skin, but I think I can adjust. And he's just like,
Well, I've only been
He's
here a short
living
time
the life
myself,
right
but if
now.
any of you have questions, I'll try my best to answer them for you.
oh, I did have a question. When we were coming down, there was quite a lot of undead here. That does seem to be a problem further south?
No, they don't seem to cross over the river. That's why we have the little tow line there, so we can get to and from, but they can't seem to follow. Otherwise, we'd have a bridge there, make things a lot easier, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers.
Oh, excellent. So, how long have you been a part? Are you from the Riff and Mist area yourself, Brix?
No,
Wait,
Sorry?
is Brix a human or an elf? I
Human.
might have missed that. Human. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
The reason why he said familiar faces is because you all seem to be humanoid. Maybe not the case where he's from, so.
Oh, so where are you from?
Well, I came from Byroden not too long ago, about 4 months back or so, and Jaquan and myself, we used to like tend farmland up there, but we found that this was a better way of living for us down here with the rest of the followers of Dionysus. Have you heard of Dionysus?
A little bit.
No kidding.
Yes.
Just a name.
Jaquan, the word's getting around. Isn't that great? That's great. That's wonderful.
I haven't heard of them. What do you do?
Yeah. Cole pretends to scratch his ear and just quickly messages Rose. He's like, "Are we supposed to not mention anything that we saw in Singorn then?"
Oh, I just heard the name in passing. Don't really know what they're what is it you do?
Oh no, Colt's just secretly talking to Rose through the ear.
Oh, but she says that out loud.
Oh shit.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what. I could chew someone's ear off about how lovely my experience has been, but I'm going to do you one better. As soon as we get to the camp, I'm going to introduce you to Pandora. She's going to sit you all down. She'll tell you everything about the cult. Sorry, that was Jason's misword. I knew that would happen too. Is that I have, like, we've been saying the cult of Dionysus for so long that they wouldn't refer to themselves as a cult, so... If I trip up, just know that's me fucking up, not the actual person. Thank you. Yes, I'll introduce you to Pandora. She's wonderful at explaining what all the followers do and what Dionysus is all about. But I can tell you, just from the time I've been here, I have never been happier in all my days. Isn't that right, Jaquan? You see Jaquan?
Oh dear.
Jaquan, he's a gas.
Is Pandora like your leader?
Rose, make a history check.
Fred, you do know I'm watching you like a hawk for reaction.
Oh, I think everyone is. I think the chat is like watching her like...
It's a 4.
Yeah, you know Pandora. You needed to fail that with a 1.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure whoever she is, she'll be happy to see one of your own return to you in good health. And I'll point to Nagheim.
Absolutely. And I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name because I don't want to impose on someone who's not verbally collected as myself. But does anyone recall a name that this individual goes by?
They never gave one.
Huh.
I'll use Presto to just do a little flash of white light.
Well, holy hell. Look at that. Well, that's a nice little trick you got there, friend.
Lights? Is that
We've
what
been
you know?
calling them Spock.
Oh, little Sparky. I love it. That's adorable.
You just hear it like it through the earring. Spark. Am I a dog?
Wait, Flash? I didn't call you Sparky. I called you Spock. I thought it was very cute. Oh.
What was he calling for in the earring?
Well, I'll tell you what, Sparky. As soon as we get to the camp, we're going to get you something nice to eat. You're going to meet some friendly people. You're going to feel right at home. Don't you worry. Nothing about that. All right.
Sorry.
Now, before I move on, does anybody else have questions or anything like that? Anything you want to look at? I know, Vera, you said you wanted to tackle something before we got into cult stuff?
I was looking at the plants otherwise, but I was still kind of like taking part of the conversation.
Okay.
But other than that, no, I asked. I just said, yeah, no, we'll be happy to have one of our followers back.
Ruby.
Proceed.
Anybody else?
I'm gonna wait for Briggs to like go in the front and then pull my friends to the side to tell them something.
Okay, so the way it's going right now, Brix is kind of on the back of the cart, just kind of kicking their legs off. And so he is like forward facing the four of you on your horses out there. So you can do whatever you want to do.
Okay, well then in that case, as not to appear suspicious, I'll be like, I think I might know Pandora in the earring.
Oh, are they?
What does she do?
She's in the cult, and just that name sounds familiar.
I was able to deduce that. But you don't know what exactly she is. She kind of like a. How does the cult hierarchy work? Are there like division leaders or something? Is it like a
Is there a boss?
council?
Do you want a hand there, Rose?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I don't know.
No, that's
I
cool.
don't know.
Oh my god, this is awesome.
Rose was high most of the time.
Yeah. Could I get everybody
she
except
can
for
just say
Rose
so.
to, like, for a second? Like a whisper kind of thing?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll do this when you come back. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Just take them off your head. Hey! Okay. So,
What is the cult hierarchy?
when you started off with it, and by the time you left, there really wasn't any form or function to it. It was just a group of people who
Yeah,
were
that's
like-minded
what I
enough to
thought,
be
okay.
there. So any idea of a hierarchy, it just didn't exist.
Okay.
Whether it does now or not.
I don't know. Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I thought. Okay,
So
cool.
anything that you're playing, like, aside from, like, being there, being high, and, you know, I just hate when they, yeah. Yeah, anything like that. Yeah, unless it was just you being there in the moment, you don't know anything outside of that. But you will know faces. If you see them, you will know people, blah, blah, blah. All right?
Thank you.
Okay. You bunch of dicks.
What do you expect is gonna happen with Dirty Secrets?
We don't have advertisements, so we have to do something.
We don't have
Just walk
advertisements.
off her set.
I think you put the emphasis on the wrong letter. All right. So
I'm trying not to flash.
that shouldn't be a hard thing to do.
I mean, it is the cult of Dionysus.
Fred can't game with pants on.
Hey,
I
we've
know
seen
that
like
hands-on.
Xander's nipples like 10,000 times on this fucking stream already.
I mean, who hasn't? Really?
True enough. True
I mean,
enough.
who needs advertisements at that point?
Yeah. All right. So, anything else before we head on in? We're all good? We're all savvy?
I'll use a spell slot to refresh
Okay. Cool. Good, good, good.
the disguise self.
And it's about an hour that it lasts. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. So, yeah. I'll say your keen mind, you know when you need to refresh. All right. So, with that.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
After an hour of traveling from the river's edge deeper into the Riff and Mist jungle, you can hear voices from up ahead. Sounds of laughter, sounds of music. You begin to see the shapes of tents and log cabins forming a perimeter around this encampment. It's not until you are close to entering the grounds that you hear a voice from above calling down to the riders returning home. And as you look up into the trees, you see large rounded homes entwined in the crown of trees. Wooden balconies wind through the massive crown with broken tree branches used as stairs that lead up to higher levels. Faces lean out over the railings to wave down as you pass underneath them all. Drawbridges made from driftwood and vines interconnect the other trees' homes. Interconnect the other tree homes nearby. There we go. You can see a large wooden lift being lowered down towards the ground somewhere within the encampment, as others simply slide down the vines, trailing down from the branches above to the jungle floor. What you all think?
Oh,
It's
this
an
place got
Ewok
an upgrade.
village.
They really did upgrade this place since I was here.
What was it before? Just tents?
Few tents, yeah.
Ooh, well. Looks like they're doing quite well for themselves.
I've never seen trees like these before.
Cult's
Yeah,
gonna
these are
take out
like
his journal and-
redwoods. And yeah, again, with all of them, there's that luminescent kind of fungi that's kind of like, you know how like some mushrooms, they grow out like that along a tree, like a half circle? It's like giant ones of those that just kind of sporadically go up each of them.
Oh, it's like the Ewok village meets Alice in Wonderland.
You got it.
I love an Ewok
Iria's
village.
just fascinated by all this because she's used to like firs and pines and, you know, northern type of coniferous trees. Mhm.
Cult's gonna take out his journal and do a couple of sketches and make some notes.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm gonna hover over your shoulder, Colt, and be like, you should do an arrow, and then be like, and do right, Petunia. Petunia.
Oh, Petunia.
Cause I can't say rose.
Oh, right. To Petunia, do you want this?
Oh no, just a highlight that like, hey, we're here.
Oh, Petunia is right here, and he X's.
Yeah.
He's also gonna make note of what buildings are around the perimeter,
Okay.
and write down 1 around sort of the organization of what he can see, 2 on the next higher level, and if there's anything over that, he's just trying to be real observant.
Okay. Well, if you don't get the answers in the next little bit, let me know what I left out, and I'll try and inform you, okay?
Okay.
Sweet. Upon entering the campsite, you see a great bonfire in the center of the encampment, with multiple stone stoves around the perimeter of the open flame. The inner circle of homes are made solid with wood and palm leaves that cover the roofs. A long set of interconnecting dining tables are set just beyond the bonfire, where some of the members of Dionysus are enjoying a bountiful spread of fruits, vegetables, meats, and drink. Away from where the food is being served, near the bonfire, are large tents where a number of activities seem to be taking place all at once. Now, peeking within as you pass by, one tent has an assortment of homemade wines and meads, where people can sample and critique brews and even learn how to create their own from whatever the jungle provides. Another tent seems to be filled with smoke, and inside many people can be seen lounging on large pillows and comforters, conversing in a calm, tranquil manner. One of the largest tents has the entranceway obscured with multicolored silks, light enough to allow the air to waft in and out, and occasionally a strong enough wind blows by to allow someone to peer within. Anybody who would like to can make a perception check.
I would like to.
Let's see it.
Perceptions.
My teeth.
21? 20?
Rolling
5.
good tonight.
5?
Oh.
Perception, my worst enemy.
That's fine. Very, as you try to peer in, you're like, you sniff a little too heavily, and some of the smoke from one of the tents is just like, what the hell? Why does that smell so bad? And yeah, you with your cat allergy alone, you're kind of like, oh, don't do it. So you're a little distracted from peering within, but what the other two see inside, a brief glimpse allows you to see bare skin, moistened with sweat, as body upon body seem to writhe and caress each other in a great big cuddle puddle. Rose. Rose, you're starting to feel a little apprehensive as you enter the campgrounds. This is all too familiar. It shouldn't be, though. This seems to be the exact location that the cult camped the night you left. But you've always been a wandering group, never settling down for too long in one spot. And as you look around the grounds, a lot of these tents are in the same place you had last seen them. Even some familiar faces that favored particular tents or festivities are at their usual spots. There are obvious additions. There were never any lodgings built within the trees above. Nothing was meant to be permanent. What would you all like to do?
Can I spot the tent that I last slept in?
Maybe. We'll get there.
Okay. Just curious.
Nagheim is going to just be looking at Albert and look around for a moment when it seems less people would notice. Nod to Albert, and Albert will jump up off the horse, slink into the shadows, and start looking for tens.
I'll tell you what. I'll go for that, but probably not at this moment because you're a bunch of new faces. Typically all eyes are on that. So I'll note that you want to make your moment when it seems possible, but it's probably not right now. Is that cool?
Well, at any moment where it seems like, oh, there's a gap where Albert could just jump off the horse and get behind a tent or something, like, it's just like a cat walking away. But yeah,
Coolio.
that's all.
Anybody else?
Colt seems like he's like a cartoon who has smelt a freshly baked pie.
You're looking all
Floating
red. Are you okay?
Unconsciously towards the flesh tent.
The
Just like trying to
Flesh tent.
I am a wordsmith. Trying to just catch a glimpse and almost at the entrance. He's sort of, his hands on the reins of his horse have just sort of dropped a little bit.
Very, your horse gets a little nudge from behind because Cult's not paying attention to where he's going and he runs into you.
Hey,
Ah,
are you okay? You're looking a little flushed.
it's the jungle. It's incredibly hot here. I'm not built for this kind of heat.
Very, make an insight check.
My insight, I think it's like 0. No, +1. 15.
Versus my natural 1.
Yep.
It's not the heat. Obviously, the squirming mound of skin,
Which she didn't see.
Which I didn't see.
Yeah.
which you didn't see. Can we?
Is it the smoke?
Is there an audio?
Very, you see this look on Cult's face and you're like, is my friend losing heart this quickly? Are they nervous? They used to be so brave. I'll stand up for them. I'll protect them. That's what I do.
Are you nervous about finding your brother through the earring?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
We'll
I-
get him.
And his eyes just keep going to that tent as they continually
Did you
move
see
along.
him? And I look towards the tent as well.
And Rose is gonna chime in and say, "Oh no, I don't think tents was in the orgy tent. I didn't see
Oh,
tents in there."
is that why?
We could go have a closer look, just a peek. He starts to take a leg horse. It's like, what? Let's get settled. Let's get.
I thought you were
Call.
worried about your. Okay.
Keep it in your pants for now.
What?
We do have something to do here. Your family
he
has
just-
money. If
Yeah.
you want an orgy, just buy it up when you get back.
I did tell you all this cult was about sex and drugs.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm just disappointed Cult would lie like that.
Especially
you
when
can-
we're here doing something important.
Okay, all right. We'll just put a pin in this for later time
You
to
can
discuss.
want an orgy, Cult.
I don't want an orgy.
We can discuss it.
Maybe
I'm-
later.
I am not getting involved in that.
Oh my God, I'm
But
not
not out there.
asking. I mean, you're very attractive. It's just I don't feel like you like about you in that way, and it's totally. I don't know. Wish that. I mean.
What are you talking about?
I will say, the amount that you are freaking out, you don't say that in your earring halfway through your little rant there. And it's just coming out because your brain cannot keep up with the verbal. And you see Bricks just kind of look back like, is everybody okay?
Oh, the smoke was very pungent.
We've been walking for a very long time today in the heat.
To be the heat. I need some water.
No worries. We're going to rest up over here. We're just going to put the cart and everything and the horses, tie them up. If you want, your horses can go right beside ours there. That's fine. We know what they all look like. That's all
Oh, and
good.
Sparky, is this the right place?
Yeah, I thought you'd recognize it. All right. So let's all get settled here. And quickly they get off the horses. They start handing off the jugs of water and all the fish and everything to different members of the following of Dionysus. And then Bricks will lead you towards the bonfire. Now, outside all the numerous tents that kind of line up on the perimeter of the bonfire, there sits a group of the followers in a wide circle. And there's one individual that stands in the middle and seems to be leading a conversation with them all. If anyone wants to listen in, I'll say make a perception check, please. Go for it.
What can go wrong?
I've heard you're good at this.
Oh, I actually am.
Yeah. Good, because I did very poorly. That's 4.
Yeah, mine's a
Do
7.
you have any luck? It is late in the day.
Okay. Hey, Timora. Give me some of that sweet stuff.
And I'm sorry, Viria got a what?
17.
17, thank you.
Yeah, 20.
Natural 20? All right, perfect. So, as you listen in on this conversation, you see this person walking around trying to make eye contact with each person that's within this circle.
There's a reason why we have all come together from every corner of this continent. We all share a common thread. We are all unhappy. We've all felt that the life we are leading is not the one we wished to be living. There was something truly lacking in our lives, but we just could not pinpoint it. We've all become sad, depressed, angry at the world and ourselves. It's only when we had the courage to turn our backs on the world that has dictated what it means to live. From the day we are born, most of us are trained to believe that you need to grow up so that you can simply work. You need to work to earn a living. That the reason to live is to birth more into this world and repeat the cycle. But these are man-made ideas. These are man-made restrictions. The truth is staring us in the face every day. The walls of our homes, the walls of our cities blind us to the truth. This world provides every bit of happiness we desire and asks nothing in return. An ever-flowing bounty of food, of drink, of love and companionship with one another. Do not feel guilty that you didn't see this. There are many in this world who wish to blind you from the truth because they want your servitude. Because small minds need that to feel powerful. They need you to feel weak and dependent because it drowns out the truth in their own hearts and minds. The truth that they too are unhappy. But unlike you, they are too cowardly to accept joy freely. That something so desired could come with no cost. I am proud of each and every one of you. It is no easy task to turn your back on the world you've known your whole life. And I am so very thankful that you've come into my life so that I can truly appreciate all the joy that you bring with you.
Rose, as this woman speaks, you don't hear her words. Your eyes are drawn beyond this speaker to the very southern edge of this encampment. As hard as you try not to look in that direction, your head slowly turns and looks downward toward where your own tent was placed in the encampment. And that is where you see a large wooden man-made pyramid. What is everyone doing?
Jason, I'm just gonna join your cult. You're probably on a watch list now. That was brilliant. I loved it.
I'm on a watch list? You dick!
You're gonna convince people to do your bidding, and I love it.
It's like I studied or something.
Cult's definitely like engrossed in like the speech currently, and it's like he goes, well, thinking to himself, he's like, well, I mean, I can see how tens would want this. Like, it seems like you get all the good stuff and then nothing
And then
bad.
we lose a warlock, just like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, what am I in the stream
Oh,
now?
ding!
You're
am
the
I?
DM! Take over. Oh no, you got kicked out. Haha, I still run the cult.
Okay.
I was this close, y'all. This close.
Yeah.
I
TPK.
run cult.
But yeah, Nagheim is...
Whoa, easy there, Tiger.
My eyes are
I'm trying. All right, so what is everybody doing?
Nagheim is looking around, trying to find the person they are here for.
Okay, I'd say at this point, you'd find the opportunity for Albert to
Yeah.
away there.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, so at this point though, Nagheim is also trying to actively look around
Mm-hmm.
and try to keep Albert in range at all times for communication, but like,
Which is about how much again? I'll ask you every time. I'm so sorry.
oh god, it's a lot. Where is my spell? I have too many. Like a lot. 100 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
100 feet.
Cool.
But
So I'll say
Albert
as
can weave in and out of it though.
yeah.
Like,
So I'll say as he's going around, I'll let you make a perception check right now, just for yourself.
yep. What is my plus a million?
I see the chat bot is Nightbot's in full form today. That's great.
That is a natural 20, so 26.
Oh, bring it.
Fantastic. All right. Well, you unfortunately do not see the Cultivarius member that you are here for. But you do kind of pinpoint where certain things are. So if ever you have like an inkling of like where would one be who is of that kind of mind, you know which ones to kind of look into and which ones you could probably avoid. But seeing as how many days tens possibly could have been here for already, you have your priorities listed out. So check here, lastly check there. From what little inklings you get of their personality and their tastes. Anybody else?
Veery's listening and looking a little guilty, but also like there's like her eyes are slightly narrowed. Like there's, you know, her train of thought is pretty much like, yeah, those are very pretty words, but like, what's the catch? Knowing where Rose came from and that she left.
Yeah.
And like a little bit of her own experience as well.
Fair enough. Anybody else?
I'm looking at the pyramid you pointed out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do a lot of people still seem to be looking at us, or are they looking at this speaker?
The ones who are in this circle around her, and you can kind of see it's kind of like think of like Alcoholics Anonymous circle or like a self-help kind of group, and there's a speaker walking around in the center of it. It's kind of like that setup. There's a good 30 to 40 people within this circle. Outside of that, people are kind of congregated outside of tents or inside and coming and going. There's a big lineup over at the buffet table kind of thing. Occasionally you guys get looks just because you're not in the same garb, so there's curiosity there, but it lingers. There's a discussion, and then away they go to the rest of the night's festivities.
Okay. Okay, crew, do we want to split up and go see what we can hear with our little ears, or we're going to stick together? Maybe go grab something to eat?
Well,
strike up some-
we were going to speak to this Pandora, whom I assume is this
Oh, right. Brooks
what
was
it
gonna
what,
take
who's the
us.
woman speaking? Like what
You haven't met them
race
yet.
is she? Yeah, no, like,
she's,
what does she look like?
well, she's humanoid, dark complexion, frizzed out hair, if only because of the humidity of the jungle. A bit older than Cult would be by maybe 1 or 2 decades. Even in the firelight, you can tell that her eyes have a gold shimmer to them, naturally, not, you know, anything magically or anything like that. And she does have commanding presence from what you can see of her as she's talking to everybody, but not in the way that it is forceful, but just a charisma about her that draws you to her, which is why all of you were kind of sucked into listening to her talk, because she does have that kind of
At the
ability
mention
about
of
her.
the others saying like someone is speaking, now I'm gonna look at the speaker and be like, oh, and notice the speaker.
Mm-hmm.
Do I recognize them?
You do.
Who is it?
It's Pandora.
Pandora. I'm gonna say, oh, that's Pandora.
Oh, well, we're in the right spot then.
Okay.
And Rose, I won't make you make a history check for this, but I will say, you and Pandora, very good terms.
Yeah, we were buddies. And sometimes fuck buddies, you know.
Ooh.
Okay.
This is how it works in this cult, you know.
What kind of person is she like through the earring again?
She, I mean, from what I remember, she was nice.
Just nice.
I mean, these were really hazy years.
I understand. I'm just trying to gather as much information as we can. So, should we wait until she's done speaking, or?
Well, it's about that time that you look around at your companions and you notice that Brix, who is waiting with you, has walked up towards the group and is just kind of motioned to Pandora. And you see, once she kind of shakes hands with everybody in the group and embraces a few, she'll make her way over to Brix. And there'll be a little bit of a discussion, and he'll point and he'll be excited and, you know, say, oh, I came across these people in the jungle, like, who would have thought, you know? And she kind of looks at each one of you and stops on one of you. And there's a look of recognition. And she goes, and she will begin walking towards you.
Hello and welcome. We don't mean to alarm you, but we have been expecting you. You must be Darling Cultivarius, or do you prefer Archie?
Archie is fine.
And she'll hold out a hand to you to shake your hand in like the two-handed kind of handshake there.
Yes.
Oh, apologies to startle you. Your brother Tens, informed us that we might expect you. He mentioned, are these the members of your group?
These are friends, yes.
Excellent. I don't want to presume, who is Nagheim?
They weren't able to make it. I collected some friends to help me work my way down through the jungle.
Fair enough. And I believe the eyes say it all. You must be Viria.
Short for Vivienne, yes.
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. Pleasure to meet you.
And she'll go for the double handshake again with you.
She gives her hands, but she's she's looking very uncomfortable.
I'll say, if you don't want to, you don't have to do like the crystal. You can give one hand. That's all she's expecting.
Yeah.
Just to make it easier on
she
you.
would give her normal hand.
And
I mean, she's wearing long sleeves and a glove too, but you know.
And she'll look casually around.
welcome home, Rose.
Shit. Our ruse has failed.
And
What's
she will
your
hold
name,
out her
Rose?
arms towards you, Rose, as if to embrace you.
I think you've got the wrong flower. I'm Petunia. But I'll take the hug.
And she embraces you.
It is so good to see you.
We met before.
I recognize that smell, young lady. I don't think you can fool me.
Tell her you're Rose's twin. Through the earring.
And
You
as
have
she...
a sister named Rose.
Okay, we can cut that shit out now.
Still trying. She's still trying.
Oh, you failed. I'll tell you
know.
how much. So, as she pulls away, she'll look you up and down, just holding you by the shoulders, like just amazed at how well you've kind of grown, essentially.
It does my heart good to see that you're well. The followers will be so excited to have one of the founders back again.
Do not alert them, please. I'm trying to be very discreet. That's why I shaved my head. I thought even you wouldn't recognize me.
Oh, well, honey, if that's the case, you have nothing to worry about. You're good safe with me. I don't mean to make you uncomfortable. It's very exciting to have you back again. For however long.
I know. I'm just... You know how it is. I'm trying to be amongst the people, and I can't be amongst the people if everyone knows that I'm here.
That's fine. You let whoever you need to know. And that's perfectly welcome. Just, I do hope you know, if ever you want to come back home, there's always a place for you here. No pressure. I know you want to do your work outside of here, and I applaud you for that.
Thank you.
Well,
Speaking, is my tent still available?
no, unfortunately.
No.
But if you're planning on staying the night, well, you know what? First of all, I'm told you had quite a journey here. Why don't we get some food, and we can discuss a little bit up in my place.
And she'll point to the treetops, and you'll see one of the larger homes high above the campment.
Is
I'm
there-
com-
What was that?
there?
Okay, time out. Cult and then Rose. What?
As uncomfortable as this is, getting caught out like the principal caught you skipping, Colt looks visibly excited that he gets to go up there. That's all.
Okay,
My apologies.
Rose.
Is there a place that, me and my friends could settle for the night? You
Absolutely.
think? Is
Absolutely.
there a free tent? Or maybe those are.
I've
really
got you
cute
one better.
tree houses.
Trust me. Don't worry, dear.
okay.
All right. So right this way.
And she leads you over to the tables that have all the food spread. Let me see here.
So as we're walking away, Rose is gonna be in the earring. I can't explain. Fuck. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, everybody-
It's really complicated.
Everybody who was there for that conversation, please make a perception check.
Oh, sweet lord. All of our minutes of planning. Oh, ignore that. That's performance.
Well, you didn't account for like being introduced to someone who is quite familiar with, what's her nuts petunia. So
19.
Oh, I love it when a plan fails.
15. You said 19, Nagheim?
19.
And Virya?
14.
Virya, you thought it was just a casual conversation with someone who knew Rose. Nagheim and Colt. She said one of the founders.
Oh, I already read
I'll
it.
caught that.
Okay.
I already have
Mhm.
a lot written down.
Oh, I still missed that.
Even though I
Yeah.
said it right to your face? Hey, Colt, you rolled a 15. Guess what?
The founder.
I'm like, this is unfair. I caught that.
Sucks, don't
But
it?
here it didn't. Yeah, it really does because I pay attention.
And I love that. All right. So,
Huh?
you guys, let me just double check here.
But still, I would like to say I won't make note of the founder stuff. But through the earring, I go, it's okay, Rose. At least we know Tens is here.
Silence.
Okay. So,
Deafening silence
Yeah.
to that.
as you guys wander over to the spread, you do see that there are wooden bowls that have been carved out. So sorry. No, I'm not. Who am I fucking kidding?
You're right. Come on now.
That's I love you in Jason language. You have these wooden bowls that act as sort of like a size of a plate, but enough so that you won't be able to spill much. But you have sliced up ham with inserted chunks of pineapple, kind of as a pineapple gravy almost between them all. Cherries and everything kind of moistened in there as well. You have breads that have been, oh my lord, children.
It's been 3 weeks.
It's been.
A while.
Okay, you guys have food. I can't.
We have the spread.
You have the spread. It is spread wide and buttery and
Moist.
and moist. Yes. And assorted ales or wines at your discretion, whatever you would like to grab, whatever you would like to put in your bonanza bowl to take with you.
Oh, sweet bonanza.
Right?
That's a buffet.
Yes.
Uh,
Or Mother Tucker's, if you would like.
oh my god.
Anyway, that's local stuff. That's local stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So we eat.
Well, you collect food onto your plate. Then Pandora escorts you away from the activities and all the festivities going on. It's loud, it's cacophonous, it's just everybody's in such a great mood. It's party time 24/7 here. But she leads you to a platform that will take you slowly from the ground level of the jungle up towards the treetops. The bioluminescent mushrooms brighten in a light blue glow the further from the flames of the bonfire you get. And as you reach the top platform high above the ground, you look out over the railing to see not only the bonfire below, but multiple sources of light branching off like fingers from this central area throughout the jungle. The music can only faintly be heard from this height. You see followers dancing with wild abandon around a glow of the flames. You can see other followers orbiting each other in wide rings a glow from different luminescent body paint, creating a weave of color and motion.
All right, so watch your step as you come off here. I'm just the one on the right side here, so if you want to follow me, welcome to my home.
Love what you've done with the place, Pando.
It's a step up, I gotta admit. It took a long time to kind of build this, but we got there.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us for the night.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. Right this way.
Entering this circular space, you see a small kitchenette created along the outskirt of the tree that this home is attached to. The stone chimney coils itself around the upper corners of the room and borders the outside facing wall to produce heat consistently throughout the room. A raised platform at the far end of this space holds enough room for enough room for 3 people to bed down on multiple cushions. A wooden ladder leads to a second level where a small sunroom can be found. Hatches along the ceiling open to view the stars above, and the entire outward-facing section of this room has only thin silks along it to keep the insects and other jungle creatures at bay.
Well, pop a squat wherever you like, and yeah. Welcome to my home.
Pop a break, because I really need to pee.
Me too.
I think that's a very good idea, yeah.
All right.
Wash your hands before you eat.
But I assume you meant that in real life, yes?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh, wait, let me get out my fantasy antibacterial lotion.
Oh, Lord. Who are you, Nagheim? Jesus. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take one of probably a couple of breaks, if I'm not mistaken, this night. So stick around. You're going to see an art break from us. So our subscribers, you all know, you get the little emotes from Nicola Nora. You'll see what those kind of look like in the break. And then you'll see the lovely artwork from Cult Chuck, if you're fancy. And yeah, we will be back in about 10-15 minutes or so. So stick around. Welcome back, everyone. All right, so the oddities have made it to the trees above. They are with their new/old friend Pandora for some of them, and they are sitting down to a nice meal. Yeah.
So say, as we sit down, Nagheim's just gonna be like, well, I don't need this anymore. And just drops disguise self. Like,
Well, that's a neat trick.
We weren't sure what we were walking into, to be full transparency here, so.
Oh, that's fair enough. I might have questions about that in a little bit, but to backtrack a little bit, Nagheim, lovely to finally meet the real you. Welcome.
Nagheim just nods.
All right. Well, everybody dig in. So, I'm assuming this is regarding your brother.
Yes.
So, what do you all know about the followers of Dionysus? I mean, Rose must have told you much, but maybe I can fill in some of the details since she's been gone.
Funny you say that. Rose hasn't told us anything.
Oh,
Well,
I've told you the basics.
a little bit.
Not
mean-
me, at least.
well,
So why don't you fill me in?
yes, if you'll permit me. Please. I tend to blather on a bit, so if it gets a little tiresome hearing me talk, please just give me the word and we'll cut it short. And
will.
if there are certain things that you already know, by all means, let me know too. Where to begin? Well, the followers of Dionysus, we accept people who feel lost or misunderstood. People that feel that life has nothing to offer them. The ones who feel broken. We offer them every and any libation or pleasure that they may not have had found before now. But we also know that once they've had their fill of everything, they'll still be left wanting. I mean, we've all felt that from time to time. There may still be a void within them, and that's when the healing can commence. So our group helps them to realize that the hurt, the pain, the suffering that they've endured for however long in their lives up until this moment is man-made, as you may have overheard from our council down below. People in power who want nothing more than those without to dream small, to desire too little, to just get by, because they know that this life is not the end. There's something beyond this life that is far more powerful and more empowering than anything the mortal world can offer. And we see this with almost every religion that is out there right now. There's a promise of the afterlife. And it is so powerful, so overwhelming, that those who have not known the greatest pleasures, known the most heart-bursting happiness, will be met with this new sensation in the next life and be lost in confusion. Overstimulated so much so that it would take another lifetime to comprehend what is possible. And that is why there are people in this world that keep them underfoot, that keep them oppressed, that want them to be miserable, to once again steal what joy is to be experienced even in the next life. So here, away from the societies that thrive on oppression, here everyone is equal. Everyone deserves to be happy. Everyone deserves to be loved, because once you understand what bliss is, the afterlife is less frightening and becomes familiar, becomes understood. We try to empower people so that they can unshackle themselves from fear. And eventually, each and every one of them find themselves at a crossroads. The food, the sex, the drink, the drug, it's all pleasurable. But what comes next, that is when they are revealed the next step. To speak with the voice of Dionysus and begin the pilgrimage towards enlightenment and their greater purpose. That is what we try to achieve here.
Interesting that you say every religion promises the afterlife. I find that very ill-informed of you.
How so?
The Luxon religion does not offer the afterlife. It talks about rebirth in the next life, as I am living proof of it.
I see. I'm not familiar with the Luxon.
I'm not surprised.
I'm sensing some a little bit of condescension
Someone
from
who
you.
says they bring freedom from all religions. You seem to not know of all religions.
I know what we offer. I believe it's a positive march towards many of the others. Have you seen something that has been disagreeable so far?
The promise of all pleasures.
Which
Seems
I
very
feel that we do
disagreeable.
provide.
Stability. A fire happens, this is all gone. A bad storm, this is all gone.
Can I
Say
ask?
everything is safe here. That is but a lie. That
Well-
you seem to cover with drugs and alcohol.
Can I ask you? Is there a place in this world that is safe from all those things you just listed?
No. So why do you promise it?
I don't believe I promised anything against fires and tornadoes and such. What I have promised to these people, and what we do provide, is a sense of community, a sense of companionship, a sense of knowing one another, which is something most everyone here has not experienced before coming here. And I feel that that is a much more positive thing to take away from a group of individuals such as ourselves. Rather than... I'm not one to put down religions, so if I have offended you, I mean no disrespect. But I've known many religions that are founded on the idea of guilt. You've sinned, your people have sinned, sin this and sin that. You must atone. You must show worship. I don't believe that's necessary to be happy in this world, and I don't believe that that's a requirement.
Then do
To
you
move
not
on.
worship Dionysus?
Dionysus is not someone to be worshipped. Dionysus is someone who guides us, has seen the beyond, and
So
teaches
your
us.
ruler,
We have
the
no
one in
ruler.
charge.
I feel that there's a misunderstanding of how this all works here. Hello.
I have a question.
Yes.
You spoke of reaching a higher purpose after your followers have sucked as much as they possibly could. What is this higher purpose?
The higher purpose is letting go of whatever... How do I say this? People come here, and they have spent most of their lives knowing that there are four walls to a home. But the whole world is your home. And it's not until you break down those barriers that you can actually see it. And I do mean physical or mental barriers. And so the idea here is to make sure that all of our followers, the people who entrust themselves to us, we let them know that leaving the restrictions of society outside of here is okay. And that's not an easy thing to come to terms with, which is why we have conversations, which is why we have guided journeys. It's to let them know that they are in a safe and loving environment. And once they accept that, the possibilities for what they can achieve are endless. And once they are in that place, they speak with the voice of Dionysus, and they are shown what they are capable of. They are shown what their greater purpose could be.
Like abandoning one's family when they're in a state of flux. What of the people they leave behind? What of their responsibilities? You preach running away to fucking drink as you please so that you could reach a higher purpose? That's all well and good, but what of those left behind? What of their families? What if they have children? They to abandon them?
Pandora, maybe you could guide us to Tens?
I'm not entirely certain where Tens is right now, but I can definitely make inquiries. That's easy enough. I don't want you...
Find out.
I can. I don't mean to discourage you from anything between you and your brother. This community is not about separating families. But please understand, if Tens came here, that was their own choice, and I have not experienced that personally. So that's not my journey to discuss. But when you do find your brother, and I will help you find him, that is a conversation for the two of you to have. And just so we're clear, and there's no misunderstanding, we don't pull people away from their homes.
No, but you do offer them the most tempting vices that can be found on TAL'DOREI.
We do.
And by
because that is
saying
free
we
to the
recognize,
world.
saying that we recognize how difficult it is to leave your life behind, that's pretty much admitting, yes, we are tempting people away from their homes and their families and their responsibilities.
And using people when they are at their weakest for your own gain.
I don't understand.
You can't do this without all of them underneath your fingers.
Again, I think you're misunderstanding what it is we do here.
No, I'm not. You take those who are at their most vulnerable and steal them. And I'm gonna cast Locate Object and just turn away from her. And I'm going to the ring.
Family ring?
The family ring.
You instantly get a ping sitting right across from you.
Mm-hmm. It'll tell me multiple of them, though, if there's multiple.
Just mine?
Yep.
Oh, if you sold that fucking ring, I swear to God. I'll throw it off him like Bart
So,
Simpson.
just as a point, sorry, you may have to say again what I'm going to try and recall here. You say we take people away from their homes and their livelihood. But you have with you proof that we don't do that. Rose. We have had many family members come to us, just as you are now, who are concerned about their family members' livelihoods, about what they are doing, what they have left behind. And if it so proves that these family members should be back with their family and their homes and their lives back wherever they came from, we don't obstruct that. They can go as they please. And just as I've said to Rose, they know that if they ever feel that that life they were living, and it may include having a family, having children, it's hard to swallow, but some people that find themselves in those lives didn't ask for it. And yes, it may seem selfish to abandon that, but we have such short time on this earth. Why waste it being unhappy?
This
Honestly,
idea of the afterlife you seem to have, that comes from Dionysus. I think you mentioned that, correct? And how do they know?
They've seen visions. They have been in communication with whatever lies beyond.
And how do you know those visions are true?
She has shared these visions with me. And more than most faiths that I have come across, not including the Luxon, of course, I find this to be the truth. And if I feel it in my heart, I must follow it. And there have been some who have heard the voice of Dionysus as well, and have turned away from it. And that's fine. But to those who listen and those who embrace it, they have a new calling. Some may even call them pilgrims for different religions or different faiths. Some may even call them monks. But,
Give us an example.
well, there's like myself. My better purpose was used to heal the wounds of those who come here. People who have come from broken homes, broken hearts. I try to help guide them to a better understanding of themselves and where they came from. I don't want to name names or anything like that, but I can say it's not someone familiar to this group, but as an example, there was someone who came to us from an abusive household. And to the point you were making, an abusive household where they had children they did not want. And it took every ounce of them to walk away from that. And that seems like an impossible choice. But they needed to do so to better themselves. And so what my purpose is to guide them to acceptance and forgiveness in that situation.
Well, no offense. You speak of free will, but it seems to me like you're just following what someone else told you your purpose was.
Like a leader. Or someone in charge.
Well, if I didn't feel that that was right for me, I would have said so. And seeing with how much progress I have made in my own small way, and I'm not trying to boast, but I feel like I've made a positive impact on people.
Well, let's say the opposite happened and you felt that wasn't your purpose, then what? You've done all of this for what, exactly?
Well, mostly for myself. And to feel at peace.
But there's nothing beyond, carnal pleasures, you guys.
Well, I can honestly say there's there's not much desire for much of what we offer here personally, so
Where do you get your funding?
I think you've missed a key component. There's no funding. Everything you see here has been provided by the jungle surrounding.
All the booze and all the drugs and all the food. It takes a
Yes.
lot of work and effort, so all the people basically work for you and your Dionysus.
we work for each other. As
All right.
again, I'm surprised Rose didn't educate you on how it works here, but that's okay.
Well, we'd like to hear it from the lion's mouth.
Oh,
as it were.
absolutely.
Also, things have changed a little bit, Pendo, since I was here last.
Yes,
last time we were a
yes.
couple of tents. Now you've got a whole. Yeah.
I actually built this whole house with just my 2 hands.
Is that a lie? Insight.
Absolutely, make an insight check.
Wee wee wee. La 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 la.
18? Wait.
15.
No. 7. Wait, insight? 18.
She's not lying at all.
Damn it. Well, we could circle each other on belief systems and flavors of religion all day long, I'm sure. That is the nature of philosophy. However, I'm not here to wreck your vibe or crush your little dreams. You're living life well, and that's good. Just, I've got some personal shit to talk about with my brother. And you seem to understand that, and I appreciate that.
Well, I imagine this is a lot to take in, and you probably have many more questions as well. But I also imagine you had quite an ordeal getting to our home. I know the surrounding area is not forgiving to those who travel abroad. So, I offer you this.
And she motions around her to the space around all of you.
To rest your bones for the evening. I'll make myself scarce. There's many friends whose homes I can stay in. This home is far enough away from the festivities down below, which do get quite lively late into the evening. So you can rest easy here as much as you like. It shouldn't be a bother to you while you rest. That said, you are all more than welcome to join in some of the fun if you're feeling restless down below. But
Thank you.
I'll leave you to it.
Thank you.
And I'll meet you in the morning. And I'll be out there trying to find word of where your brother is. If I find him earlier than later, I'll come and let you know. But at the very least, we can go searching in the morning as well after you've rested.
I'll be able to find him.
Fair enough. All right. Regardless, it is a pleasure and an honor to meet each of you. And sleep well.
And she will make her leave.
Good night.
Rose.
Wait.
So when Pandora leaves, I'll just like grab her hand and be like, "Thank you." Then I'll turn around and then just like do a slow turn and be like,
I only have one question. Potentially 2.
Rose is terrified as she looks at you, Nagaheim.
Were you shown visions from Dionysus?
No. Okay, so
Then
okay.
Why did you leave?
It was only about accepting everyone and libations. What I was here was only a few tents. And then someone started talking about visions and that got weird. And I left.
Insight check.
I'm gonna say
I
that
trust Rose implicitly.
15.
Make whatever check you think to counter this, Rose.
What?
Persuasion or deception?
I'll tell you what, before you click it, do you have a die with you?
Yes, I do.
Roll it instead. That way we don't
Yeah.
know if it's persuasion or intimidation.
I did deception before because it was real obvious.
I'm gonna use it rolled a 7 plus 3.
You're using
So
inspiration?
that's a 10. I'm gonna use an inspiration, yeah.
All right. That's what it's there for.
Really?
I'm not ready for you to know. Shit. Oh, everything. It's a 16.
I will use my inspiration.
Oh, had to head.
Natural 20.
Okay. So this is the point where first, were you trying to persuade or what's the other one?
Deceive.
Deceive.
Rose.
I'm trying to persuade you that there's nothing more.
Fair enough. And Nagheim, you know
That you
that's
need to
not
know.
true.
Yeah.
You don't need to know more.
Colt's gonna walk around the perimeter of the house
'Kay.
and look at windows and see if there's anybody hanging around.
Okay, make a perception check.
Perceptions. 14.
Okay. You look around the open space along the platform and notice one follower of Dionysus is up here with you. She's standing on top of the wooden railing looking down towards the gathering below. An
No,
expression. Well, hang on.
I'm teasing.
The things we do for love.
Oh no.
Hey, dickheads, you see me reading?
Sorry, it's too good a joke to resist.
An expression somewhere between apprehension and terror upon their face. With one last breath, you see them slowly take a step off the railing and out into the open air. I'll get you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, I need to grab him. Blah, blah, blah. Dex.
Yeah, you feel bad now, don't you, you dicks? What'd you get?
A little bit. It was a good joke.
10?
10.
Hmm.
But I have one last luck.
Go for it.
Oh, Timora, let me friggin' do this shit. Damn it, it's an 11.
Okay. You watch the girl plummet through the darkness. Her scream piercing at first, then quickly fading away as she plummets to the huddled masses below. The followers below, startled by the scream that cut through their music, look up to witness the girl's descent upon them. Some in awe, some cheering. And as she nears the ground, the creaking of the vine tied to the banister beside you distracts you for a moment before you hear the crowd roar with approval, the girl screaming and laughing with delight as she is pulled back halfway up the ground, away from the ground again by the rubbery vine attached to her ankles.
Her foot pops off.
Yeah.
You dick. I thought you were gonna midsummer us.
Still might.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
You don't know what's
exactly.
going on. You don't know if I'm being honest or not. All right.
Oh,
But
God,
while Cult is doing that,
Yeah.
what are the rest of you doing inside?
Nagheim has a very similar look as to when everyone offered to go rob the shop and Nagheim turned it down. The piercing look of sheer disappointment is on Nagheim's face as they just look at Rose. They said they had only one or two questions, and that was it. But you can see the visible disappointment.
oh, it's Judgy McJudgersons.
Iria will sigh and get up and just leave and go explore.
Okay.
You see Colt sweating and swearing out on the balcony.
Yeah, like seeing this person that just threw themselves off is okay. She'll just
Oh, you didn't see that.
Oh, okay.
Jumped off. Oh, I really want to try that now.
Rose is just gonna stay sitting in front of Nagaheim and just kind of like wait. Be like, is there anything else you want to know?
No, because you never share. Nagheim will get up and walk away.
as you're walking away, Rose will shout, "Well, how do you tell someone, by the way, I founded a cult when I was high and drunk? Like, I don't know how many years ago. Also, I don't really remember it."
How loud are you speaking?
Very loudly.
Yeah, you guys
Through the
hear.
earring, you hear through. Well, because I was leaving, but through the earring, as I'm midway down, climbing back down, I go, "Wait, you founded this cult?"
Yeah, Colt was coming back in, and he goes, "You founded this cult?"
Well, most people say, yeah, when I was young and stupid, I did something. Especially when we're walking into it.
It's not stupid.
It's a little bit stupid.
It's questionable, Rose. It's not dumb. I thought the pamphlets were great when I first saw them. I was all for drugs and sex and whatever that was. Flinging yourself off of a thing and then boing. Is that new?
They added things to the curriculum, but the foundation is the same, and there was a few of us, and I guess I'm officially a founder. Okay, so I founded a cult. I'm sorry.
Question: Is this going on through the earring or?
No, she's shouting.
Okay, well, I'll just interrupt, and through the earring I'll say, "Well, I'm just gonna go and see if I can find tens." And
How are you
just
getting down?
Call me if there's anything.
She was gonna climb down.
Yeah, I am climbing down.
On what?
How did we get up?
You came here on a giant platform.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take the platform down.
Okay, well, you're saying all this waiting for the platform to come back up, so, I mean, you're right there.
Okay. Well, I mentioned I was climbing down earlier.
I know,
You
and I was
said
going to say
so.
something, but it kept going.
Okay, sorry.
Viria, we're having a bit of a team meeting. You might want to come back for this.
I never left, apparently.
Oh, yeah, I see you. You're right through the door. Excellent. Come back in. So I don't know if you heard. Well, you are standing right over there. Rose founded the cult, and now we're not trying to put blame on Rose. Obviously, she didn't hear any of the Dionysus chitter-chatter in her mind, so that's them, Rose. That's them. That's not what you did. It's like you went to college and you joined a club. Maybe you founded the club, but clubs become things. Like when I was in fencing club, it was just about the fencing at first, and then they started to do hazing when and I didn't really like that so much. And then, then you leave the club, and the club goes on without you, regardless of who was the original person. Right?
That is true.
Yeah, see? You don't have to feel bad, Negheim. She doesn't have to feel bad.
I mean, us coming in without knowing any of the important information, a little bad. But you do not need to feel bad for what this has become and done to many people.
What would it have changed?
We would have gone in knowing something and not been completely blindsided.
They don't
Yeah,
seem
but nothing
that
bad happened.
Yeah, they don't.
Luckily.
And nothing bad was gonna
question-
happen with me.
I mean, I question the sway they have over people who are in the down and out. I don't agree with that. But I bet they do help some people.
I mean,
Timora doesn't give me good luck all the time. It's all about luck as a general.
a broken... Wait, no. They don't have clocks right now. Fuck.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
They might have, yeah.
Sundials. Sundials.
Percy built a
that's
massive
true.
clock.
Yeah.
He might
A
have
broken
invented
clock
it though.
is correct twice a day.
We've dealt with infinitely worse than this.
That we know of.
It doesn't seem like they're gonna stop us from dragging Tenz's ass home.
Well, they talk about free will a lot. If Tens doesn't want to go back home and we're forcing him
Tens?
into it, then
He does not have any will right now. Our house is on the precipice of ruin. He needs to be home with his family, but we try to clean the mess up.
I'm just saying, if one of these cultists had found me a year ago, I would have bought it hook, line, and sinker. So
Yes, they go for people at their lowest and bring them in, promising them the world.
I don't like the idea of strangers helping my brother, who I've known my entire life, through a rough patch. Promising him higher meaning. Maybe he has to face the problems of real life before running away and dousing himself with drugs and flesh.
that what you did?
Wow, the staggering on your camera when you said flesh was just flesh. It was the weirdest
It was
thing.
amazing.
Wait for the playback. It's amazing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Clip it, somebody.
By the way, Fred, I love you.
It is what I did, so I'm speaking from experience. Had I simply talked to... Do you remember when I told my father what I was doing and how excited he got? Had I just talked to him in the first place, rather than snooping around behind his back with these grandiose ideas in my head, I might have been able to just leave and go get a job and do what I wanted. But no, instead, now I'm paying for one of the footmen to go to school.
To be fair,
I forgot about that.
he probably deserves to be paid for schooling and after that. So, like, in your case, it worked out.
It did work out.
In your
In my-
case.
In my case.
But I feel as if someone like Tens, he would just get lost.
Yeah, Tens isn't looking for a higher purpose here.
I mean,
Oh,
who says you can't find the higher purpose in an orgy?
Every study ever done.
They study those things?
They study those things?
There have been studies on religion for thousands of years and on people. Oh wait, no, Rose. I don't mean this mean, but read a book.
Oh, Nagaheim, go have an orgy.
Never.
Counted. Set
will.
and point.
Absolutely never do that.
Learn an orgy.
That is disgusting. The amount of bodily fluids from different people.
Okay.
Wow, okay, somebody's really judgy here, okay?
They say disgusting. Meanwhile, we know the truth.
What?
This really is role playing.
Me who's actually never been in one.
Oh my god, my cat almost fell off the desk.
Amazing.
It's not a game till.
Did you frighten yourself awake? Yeah.
Oh, poor baby.
Well, I'm gonna go scout out for Tens.
Well,
want
that
me to
was
send-
what I was gonna do. Try
Do you
and
want me to send him a message?
Yes. Don't tell him we're here. Just try and get a feel of where he is. Because we've got the 3 tents. We've got the chill out tent. We've got the discussion tent, and then we've got the orgy tent.
Not only that, you've got
Fun fact, there's actually more than one.
More than one orgy tent.
Of course.
there's also more than one technically base camp.
Oh, because you mentioned all the different lights. 5.
Yep.
Thank you. I am paying attention.
Yeah.
I'm so hard.
Don't I know it?
I just wrote sweat for no reason.
what's on your mind, Cult? Poor girl. Poor girl. All right. We'll give you a break. So I'll say,
Okay, thank you.
Cult and Viria are heading down. Rose, are you staying or are you going with them?
I'd like to also go.
Okay. Nagheim, are you going or are you staying?
Staying.
Fair enough. All right. So the three of you make your way, get that drop. Shut the fuck. The platform comes up. You guys make. I almost did it again.
We descend.
Thank you. And you see before you a veritable circus of things going on. You do see the brief glimpses of the tents that you passed by beforehand, but there are activities outside as well. There are certain activities that, regardless of your preferences, you can all participate in if you like. Shall I list them? Just
Yes,
in case
Daddy.
you're in a fun-loving mood, as this is so much fun, you could participate in a pie eating competition.
What kind of pie?
You don't know.
Peach pie?
You could participate in an arm wrestling competition. You could participate in a drinking competition. There's also, for those of you who are looking for a bit more of a skin-tastic kind of sensation, the Gambit of Ord is being played, but this is the strip poker version. So, now I know that even though this den of sin is offering you a plethora of activities to have some fun with, you are here looking for a little lost brother. So, I leave it up to you guys what you would like to do.
Chuck the player wants to play Strip Gambit of Ord, but Cult the character needs to find a stupid brother.
Okay? That's one.
But does
about-
Cult have the ability to stay on track?
It depends.
Oh, don't call my rolls just yet, my friend. All right. So I know where one is going. Rose and Virio, what are you leaning towards?
Want to look at that pyramid.
Okay. And Virio?
Nothing. I'm just walking around and observing and see if I can spot either tens or anyone not looking like they're enjoying themselves as,
Okay.
you know, someone I could potentially question.
Okay.
Ooh, clever girl.
All right. So I'll start with this.
And looking quite sullen as she walks around.
So no different than usual. Got it. So, unlike our lovely Ari, who looks just heartbreakingly good all the time.
Oh, our little goblin.
So, I'll say that within this vicinity where you're at right now, which we'll say it's the palm, just to save face, and we'll use this reference, okay? You guys are in the palm. There is a lot of commotion around this area as it is. But you know the height, you know the race, you know the look of your brother. So it's not hard to kind of look and try and look for that tuft of hair with the white against the black.
Yeah, we stand out.
Yeah. And tusks and half orc, half elf, you know, all that stuff. I'll say in the palm, you don't see anyone that matches that description. And as you're being led to the rest of the avenues, still not sorry, Rose, you do take a look at the pyramid. And I say pyramid, but it's more like just a wooden kind of house where both its sides go from the apex of it right down to the floor. So it's almost cathedral-like. And there are stairs that lead up to it to a almost patio or balcony section. And beyond that, there are two double doors that are open right now. kind of like barn doors. They slide off to the sides, and there are just silks. But standing in the doorway are two robed figures who just stand at attention. Aside from that, you see that there are enormous displays of flowers all around the base of it. Incense burns in little lantern-like structures. But that's about it.
I'm gonna ask the people that are standing, be like, "Oh, what's this? I don't think that was on the tour."
Apologies, my lady, but this is closed for the evening. If you'd like, you can speak with Pandora in the morning, and she may guide you here.
Okay, just so I know what to ask. What is the name of this location?
This is the home of Dionysus.
Oh, okay. The home of Dionysus. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She pretends to write.
That's
Fred
never
is
gonna get
writing.
old. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh man.
Oh, okay. All right. What's that tent over there?
I'm sorry. Which one are you pointing to? Which one
The
are you
one-
pointing to?
The one that used to be mine.
This is the one that
You
used to
said
be yours.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like right next to it. Okay,
No.
Cool.
Enjoy yourself out there. Wish we could.
Do you want me to bring you something?
No, that would be imposing, right? I mean,
I'm just walking around. I can like walk around and come back and bring you stuff. It's okay.
we wouldn't be opposed to dealer's choice. We're not. If you get a chance.
Alright.
He really likes the cranberry mead.
I'll get you cranberry meads.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go get some cranberry meads.
All right. So Rose quickly rejoins the group. And as you're parading around, there are drinks that are being passed around and everything. So you can easily ask for cranberry meads. If you all want to try them, that's totally cool.
S'il vous plaît.
Ah, merci beaucoup. There you go. So you get them, and I'll say with your speed and your agility and everything like that, you could probably like bring it to them and be back to your friends before they.
Well, if I bring it back to them, I'm gonna be like, can I just sneak a peek in?
Ooh,
As I
no.
give them the mead.
I'm very sorry. We appreciate this, and we would love to do you solid, but yeah, we can't do that.
Not going just, you know.
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What's your name?
Petunia.
Petunia. Come breakfast time, we're gonna pay you back for this. This is amazing.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No payback.
Oh.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
And I leave.
Peace. All right. So, everybody's back together. I will say, Cult, make an investigation check.
Okay. So Rose, you were pretty, like, oh wait, sorry, Rose didn't tell him that was her tent.
Yeah.
Fine.
You guys don't know.
17.
Right. You guys get down the First Avenue, which takes you about 2 hours to get some decent looks around with all the people that are kind of crowded around out there. And trying to peek into some homes here and there. Some are a little less accepting of somebody just opening their door like, hey, what's going on? Is my brother in here? You know, that's not going to happen. So if it's a closed door, it's staying closed. But throughout the crowds and everything, you look for individuals that resemble your brother.
Oh, you heard that?
Yeah, I
just
did.
opened my mouth. I've been interrupting too much, so Colt's gonna take, like, not wear his hat. Maybe he'll have, like, the shirt open a little bit. Him and his brother are unique looking. So maybe he's just kind of, like, standing up real tall, making sure people notice him. I'm a handsome half-orc. Have you seen a slightly less handsome brother of mine?
A lot of people do giggle to that.
We know who the better looking brother is.
So yeah, you do get a couple of people that giggle about that. Not too many are familiar, or you do come across a few people who are just not in the right state of mind to be asked upon to recall certain individuals. Yes.
I love you, man.
Yeah.
I don't know you.
Yeah. So I'll say that one unsuccessful.
Nagheim would hate this.
What, you posturing?
I'm not posturing. I'm investigating. I'm simply.
If you say so.
It's not my fault. I have good back control.
What's good back control?
When
What does that even
stand
mean?
Out, when you
Get in the
your
orgy and find out.
it's like if someone took a bar and put it across your shoulders or back, and then someone took a pole and put it up along your spine, and you stand up straight, shoulders back, head up high, walk with pride.
Oh, you mean like this? And she straightens up and she's slightly taller than you are.
I didn't realize.
Oh,
He
Rose
sort
tries
of-
to do the same, but she doesn't even come up to your shoulder, Cult. He's so cute.
Colt's
I
not
am
that
tiny.
tall. He's
But
only
she-
like 5'9" or 5'10".
Oh yeah, and she's very
Rose is 5'4".
yeah.
Yeah.
So she's right there, but she's beaming, y'all. She's beaming. She is a glow in the firelight.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Anyhow.
Wait, no, sorry. Are you still wearing your bandages?
Yes.
I assume so.
Okay, then you're slightly less glowing.
To my friends, I am glowing.
Yes. All right. So that's.
We're still friends. Like, if your guys are not too mad at me.
You don't know. Shut up. What? All right. So that's one down. Do you keep on going?
Sure.
Okay. I'll say that by the time you're done this, it's like 11 at night. Okay. Going down the second one, roll another investigation check.
I give him advantage since I'm also.
Yeah, they're helping me.
Yeah.
Cool. But no, come on. Well, I mean, it's a 21, which is nice, but let's.
Roll
It's
again.
not going. It's not going. There we go.
I just needed to give it a hoof.
You did. That
Yeah.
totally kicked it.
See? That's what I'm here for,
21.
baby. All right. Second one. You do find people who are familiar. They haven't seen him this evening, so they can't say where his whereabouts are. But they say very nice things about him. He seems to be enjoying himself. He's a very, much like yourself, very charismatic, easy to make friends with and get along with. And he shares quite a few stories that a lot of them aren't privy to. When I say privy, I mean like stories that in whoever's station, wherever they came from, they wouldn't be privy to because of their own station, so to speak. Does that make sense? He talks about rich people stuff and they don't know about rich people stuff.
Okay.
I'm trying to sound all poetic. Fuck it. So yeah. So that's what you find down there. Now, it's about 1 a.m.
Should we keep looking, or should we head right? Should we head to the Pinky? Because that's where he's gonna be. No, that's silly.
I'm getting tired. Should we head back?
Yeah.
I mean, unless
Yeah.
you want to find your brother, because at this time of the night, it's gonna be the orgy activities. Unless you want to find your brother.
Oh,
that.
oh my God! It just dawned on me. Oh no, let's go. I
Oh.
want to be. Oh, gross. Okay. Yes.
Sorry
I mean,
for the
that's
visual.
fine if he wants to do that. I just don't want to think about it or see it or have
Cult?
any sort of imagining.
Cult, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit! You are a cruel, cruel man.
Or the best. Yeah, you cannot
5.
get the image of your brother's sweaty ass crack and like you're really trying not to imagine the taint section, but it's just creeping into the back of your eyeballs and you're like and you really do consider avoiding your friend's recommendations of not ingesting any drugs to get the vision out of your head, and it is very tempting the further along you go. So
Gross. But to me, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, Code's like, no, yeah, I want to have a good rest, so I'm full of piss and vinegar to scream in his face tomorrow.
You go sleep. I'll keep on looking for an hour or two, and then I'll come.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. Rose, coming back with me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I'll say the
First
two of
and
you.
R.
Yeah. Rose, you know easily enough which way to go to get back there because you know exactly one very significant place to you that leads you back. So you guys make it back upstairs to join Nagheim. Virya, heading down the third row. Or do you want to go to the other ones? I'll let you pick. 1, 2. Hey! You stole my joke, that's all. All right, do you 1, 2, or 3? We'll say 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, with my sense of direction, I'll go through the next one.
1? Okay.
And that way we can rule that one out.
Okay.
Easily enough.
Investigation check. Now, tell me this. Did you have any one-on-one time with tens?
No, just the pie.
Okay.
Oh, and breakfast.
And breakfast, but that's not one-on-one.
All right.
No.
So I'll get you to make an investigation check.
Oh, I could have rolled that man. That's on 11.
Okay. You do find a couple of half-orcs. You do find half-elves. You do find people of the right height, but completely wrong hair. You do find one with black and white, but you quickly discover that someone has skinned a skunk and is wearing it on their head. So I am not judging Tenz's fashion sense. I'm just saying.
It's not fashion, it's natural.
Yes, of course it is.
It's a family. And this canon. Colt's gonna get that soon.
So what about black and white hair?
It looks great. What?
Looking like what?
Yeah, 2 of you.
I'm looking at both of you. I am also of the black and white variety. Hello. All right. But yeah, you unfortunately do not find who you're looking for. And the couple of people, like, you kind of watched Cult go about his way of investigating and conversing with people, but you're not so solid with the friendly banter as Cult may have been. So you go like, hey, where's this guy? It's a little more intimidating than you want to be, you know, persuasive. So nothing successful this time, unfortunately. Yeah.
I was gonna say a reminder, I've had a cat looking
Yeah.
for most of this time.
Yeah. How often do you check in?
The cat's, I'm in, as long as the cat's within 100 feet of me. Wait, is it 100 feet? How far is it?
It was 100 feet.
Yeah, 100 feet of me. I instantly know, but Albert's just going.
Yeah.
And outside of my reach and everything to just try to find.
So I'll say make 3 perception checks with Albert's stuff there.
Let me see. Perception. Oh. Cool. That is a 15, 13, and an 18.
Okay. Nothing. A little similar, like you do get eager little blips because Albert feels like they found something, but then on closer inspection, nothing.
Wait, would Albert remember the smell of tens?
God. No, just because I don't.
It's sage and lilac.
Oh, is it? Oh.
That's fair.
Well, then, to be fair, I'll say no. There's such a cacophony of smells in the air. Trying to pick that out, even with with Albert's senses.
Oh,
I was
strawberry
just
leaf.
gonna say, cats have keen smell.
Mm-hmm.
So anything, if they use their scent to try to find it, they get advantage.
Sure.
But yeah.
But I would also say caution with that if that's the way you want to go, because there are certain smells in the air that might cause disadvantage for investigation.
Oh, the cat got high.
But yeah, at one point though, while everyone's gone, if Nagheim was out of reach of Albert, Nagheim would have left to try to find Albert.
Okay. 100 feet, huh? That's a tough one.
It's a big place.
Yeah, it is. And we're talking like hundreds of people, if not up to 1,000. So I'd say I'll be generous just because I don't want to really math it out and be like that much of a stickler, but I'd say Knuckle would be about the radius from where you are for Albert's range. He wouldn't get up to here, but he would get somewhere within that vicinity.
Okay.
Yeah, if that's fair. Oh, there's a giggle.
well-
What's up?
Oh, you know when you're trying to calculate a joke and you're like, no.
Oh, I thought it was a butt.
It was kind of a little bit
Oh,
about
alright.
butts.
Cool.
Well, after an extra like hour of searching, Furia would eventually return so she can get a good night of rest.
For sure.
Before bed, Nagheim would just send a message.
Okay. What's the message say?
Tens. Where are you here?
Sorry, did you say why or where?
Where
Oh.
are you here? I'm
Nothing
going
at
to-
all.
If they would be around at this time, everyone around would just hear Nagheim say, "I'm going to kill her."
Who are you gonna kill?
Why? Kill who?
Tens is not responding.
What?
It's the middle of the night.
This does not stop any.
There's-
Time does not stop the spell.
Maybe they just can't reply. Because he's sleeping.
It's woken him up every time.
Well, how do you know that? Maybe he wasn't sleeping. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed.
Also, let's not kill anyone until we figured it out that we actually do need to kill them. That would be a very rash decision.
Sure.
Cult's gonna go sit next to Nagheim.
Also, because you feel very menacing, I feel like I need to tell you something just so that you don't get mad. The tent that I used to sleep in has now turned into the house of Dionysus, and I know nothing about it, but I just didn't want to hide it from you. It wasn't the house of Dionysus when it was my tent. It was a tent.
Did you get to go in?
No. I tried.
I feel like we need to get you in there.
You just look very scary right now, so I wanted to tell you. This is what I found out.
I
You do
appreciate it.
that you look scary?
No. Letting us in on information.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you do look very frightening, but in a very nice way.
I'm in the middle of a jungle, sweating.
So am I,
Lay here.
and not from fun.
And like little puffs of like silver smoke kind of every time you see a trickle of sweat, a poof of like golden smoke just kind of immediately gets rid of it. I am not in a good mood or a good place.
I really appreciate everything, but you really don't think Tens is here?
If he's I believe he's here. And if
Okay.
he does not answer me in the morning or during the day tomorrow, I have no reason to stop me from assuming the worst.
I mean, he's maybe just high.
This woman, Pandora, said she would look for him. So if she doesn't deliver on that promise, then maybe we can start assuming the worst.
It'll be very convenient if she is the one who finds him after he is unable to respond.
All right then.
I'll be right back. I gotta put Harry outside.
How
I have to
dare
go to the
you?
bathroom again.
Oh, man. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, hope you're enjoying the ride so far. We are going to take another quick bathroom break. Hopefully a shorter one so we can jump back in this real quick.
Shorter.
Yep.
Yeah.
So stick around. You get to see even more artwork. Isn't that the best? Oh my God. And we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Well, no, 5 minutes. Hey, how about that?
Okay.
See you in a bit. Welcome back, y'all. So, everybody, you're all bedding down for the night, is that correct?
Mhm.
Is there anything anybody needed to do before then?
I'll set up the bubble.
Hmm?
I'll
Wait,
poof
in the
out my
house?
cat. Yep.
Okay.
I don't trust people. Poof out my cat and poof my cat back up to me.
Okay.
The cat cuddle with whomever wants to cuddle with the cat. And with the bubble, everyone would notice in very soft gold lettering would start appearing, and it will be how to draw a lowercase a lowercase b, uppercase a's and uppercase b's, and it goes through the entire alphabet all throughout the bubble. And it's just
Ooh, that's pretty.
Rose, can I sing you a song to go to bed to? A lullaby, I
Yeah.
guess.
Sure.
All right, and
That's a
he'll
first.
point at the letters as he goes. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P.
You'll notice as you say each letter, though, it will appear and stay. And as you go through the alphabet, it'll line them all up in uppercase and lowercase. This is your
No.
first night of class.
Oh, I love it.
Can I add something that we had talked about that I thought was great? I'm asking permission if that's okay.
I mean,
To whom?
because
Oh,
it
sorry,
might have
sorry,
been
Nagheim.
something I've been planning for when we actually have time to.
Then I'm not saying anything. I love that. Okay. Because I thought you'd forgotten that part. I'm like, oh, but that was so cute. No, great. So, everyone who's in the bubble gets to see this display. Rose, make an intelligence check, please.
Oh, we didn't go through. Hold on. Hold on. That's a 13.
Okay.
Ooh. Did I
You
learn a letter?
you have a pretty solid grasp on A, B, C.
Whoa!
If only because you're singing A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C,
A.
Yep.
A B C A B C A.
Yep. Okay, stop,
Okay, yeah,
because
cool.
copyright. Yep.
Cool.
So you've got 3 letters that you can recognize. Not necessarily use them, but recognize.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's so
So keep
cute.
track of that.
Oh yeah, it's right in here. I learned ABC.
Excellent. All right. And yes, I saw it before, but the Albert cat does shuffle its way over towards Rose and just kind of on your chest as you're humming the song along into the wee hours of the night. But you're humming, and then you get an image in your head. The home of Dionysus. Why is it the home of Dionysus? No. A, B, C. What is that place? If it's can't be a home, is it a shrine? A, B, C, A, B, C. It had to be done. She can't. Could she? A, B, C. A, B, C. It had to be done. You all wake up. Because I so want to do this, and it's not supposed to happen right now, but I want to because it's fucking cool. You hear it raining outside. And if you would all like to quickly look at the Twitch chat, or the Twitch channel.
What?
I love it.
I have a delay. Hang on. Oh, that's so cool.
I love it.
What am I missing?
Look at the Twitch stream, you dingus.
I'm looking at it.
What
Look
do you
at the video.
notice?
The
What can you
video is
hear?
raining.
What video?
Our video.
The stream.
It's raining.
The actual stream video. That is so cute.
Surprise!
I'm pretty.
Chuck couldn't see the rain because she was looking at herself only.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What are you talking about, guys? I look great. What are you talking about? I'm
My
sweaty.
teeth are so sweaty.
Yeah.
I'm so sweaty.
Well, it's gonna cool you down. There you go.
Oh
Yeah.
god, thank you.
Yeah.
That's darling. Oh, Jason.
Like you.
All right. So, the morning has come. What would you all like to do?
Send a message.
Okay.
Where are you?
You do get a response. Oh yes. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's just I've got a little bit of an headache going on right now, a little ringing in my ears. Nothing to be concerned about. Yes, so that's it.
Nighttime doesn't tell anyone. Nighttime just looks sad.
Kel's just gonna go to one of the openings and look out on the rain over the jungle. It's
I'm
just
gonna go and keep on looking.
I'm gonna go with Viri to look.
Okay.
Both of you. Keep Albert with you.
alright.
Are you not going with them?
Are you sure you want to stay here? I mean, no offense, Nagaheim, but you're not much use staying here.
We could use another set of eyes.
And we could use your magic.
I don't think my magic is quite wanted right now.
Why do you say that?
Before you answer that, everybody make a perception check.
Perception. Dirty 20.
Excellent. So, Cult, thankfully you were facing the same way, and you notice, coming up behind Virya, is Pandora, who Viri doesn't realize is there, and gives her a bit of a scare.
Sorry, didn't mean to startle you. that's one way to wake up in the morning, I guess. How did you all sleep?
Morning, Pando.
Morning, Rose. Hello, everyone. Did you sleep all right? Was it too loud?
I was able
Just
to keep
fine.
the sound out with the bubble.
Oh, fantastic. Everybody else, you're all doing all right?
Grand.
It's good. Yeah. Well, reason I'm here. Breakfast, it's not going to be held outside. So if you like, where I stayed last night, they were kind enough to make breakfast. If you're hungry and you want to fill up, I can lead you there. We can have breakfast there, and then we'll head out and we'll find your brother. But what I wanted to let you know, that once we do find your brother, and you've had a chance to speak with them about their intentions, should things not end as you had hoped, I've arranged for you to speak with the voice of Dionysus. I feel that if you truly believe that your brother would not be suitable for our community, or if the voice cannot ease your concerns about his current transition, they are willing to intervene on your behalf to request that your brother be removed. Now, we hope that there can be a mutual understanding and wish for him to remain, of course. We believe we have much to offer him, but we also do not wish to cause anger or be a rift between family. If nothing else, this community is built on love. Does that sound reasonable?
It'll do.
All right.
That sounds. I'm gonna turn to Nagaheim and be acceptable.
Nagheim's just looking at the ground.
All right. Well, if you'll all follow me, we'll go have some breakfast real quick.
We follow.
Voices are very appreciated here.
Through the earring, I go, Colt, why the change of heart? Seemed pretty enthusiastic about this cult.
Wait, me or
Yeah,
them?
you.
Me? I'm thinking, and take a page from my mother's book, is maybe don't let them know everything I'm thinking. I am suspicious as hell about their decision to let us talk to the voice of Dionysus about excising my brother from this place.
Colt, you want to
Well,
make an
it's-
insight check?
Yeah,
Go for it.
it seems real
Anyone want to give him
fishy.
advantage on that or something?
Guidance.
Guidance? Go for guidance.
Guidance! What do I get? 13 with guidance. Whoa. Oh, it's on the floor.
Ah, it doesn't count. You failed guidance.
Plus 3. So 16.
Okay. Total truth.
Yeah. But the puppets don't know there's a hand up their ass. Mind blow.
No, just I'm thinking puppet asshole.
They are gaping. It's hard to avoid.
It can fit a whole fist. Anyway,
Just, I don't know. Places like these, there's usually some kind of catch. It's just all too good to be true, but I just can't figure what that is.
I think the catch
mean-
comes when you speak to the voice to enlighten yourself.
just want to clarify: is this walking and talking in the earring?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Earring. Ing. Yeah.
Yeah. The whole time, Nagheim's walking, just looking at the ground, and just using magic to keep the rain off them.
We got to come up with like a cantrip where you just have like a little thing of the bubble that just follows you. You know, that way you're just like one of those paintings where the water goes everywhere but you.
Yep.
I cast spiritual parasol.
I
We're gonna
cast
make it happen.
umbrella.
I mean, spiritual weapon
Ella,
in the
Ella,
shape of an
Ella.
umbrella.
The high enough cleric level.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's on you, baby.
Yeah. All right. So, I won't delay it too much other than saying you guys do have a breakfast. And it's about as bountiful a spread as it was for the bonanza last night, just in a home setting now. So there is bacon, there is reheated ham, there is toast, burnt if you like it. There is porridge, there are honey, teas, coffees, a little bit of brandy if you want to spice things up, you know. Pancakes, wheat cakes, cheeses, but mostly like goat, not necessarily cow's milk. So yeah. But once that is had, you guys are more than welcome to go out.
Quick question,
Yes.
and this is only for me.
Oh,
Where are the goats and pigs? Is there like a
Yeah, they do
pens
have
and
like
stuff?
in between everything, like there's homes and everything that line all the pathways that you guys went down. But as you went along, and especially like in this kind of crux area, there is like a pen of sorts for different animals. There are places over here that you can grow vegetables and everything. So there are things that are cut away so that it can be farmland essentially. And everything else is kind of along the perimeter. So as much as this is the livable land, this whole section is what provides, and then it just extends further into it. Over here is where the weed is.
Cutting down
Over here is the
redwoods for weed.
vineyards.
How dare you?
Yeah, you don't want to keep the grapes and
Unsustainable.
everything close to the pens with all the animals, because that's just trouble. All right. So
one thing I will say. Your brother hasn't been overly sociable with everybody, but certain groups he's kind of stayed alongside of. He mostly frequents both the wine houses and the pleasure dens. So I think that would be a good starting point if we want to do that, and then we can ask around as we go and see where it kind of leads us. I'm sorry, yes?
Hendo.
He's
Hi.
curr-
Sorry, two people. Nagheim. Go ahead.
he is currently just casually chatting with someone.
Okay. That's a good lead. All right. There's a lot of people who are awake right now, but yes. So we know they're conscious. Conscious. Excuse me. It's early. Yes, Rose.
Oh, I was wondering if you could check out the pleasure houses. I don't think Colt would be very enthused in finding his brother, mid
I won't.
pleasure.
I won't ask you
I don't
to
think
go.
the relationship.
For sure. I won't ask you to go in. I'll scout it first, and if your brother is inside, then I'll let you know. I'll spare your eyes for now, as darling as that is. Oh, that's that's a little joke, I guess. I didn't intend it to be. That's funny. Oh,
In the airing, he goes, Rose, Varia, either of you want to join Pando to look for him in there?
anybody you want to join in?
I would like proof. That's it.
I can join her. I don't mind. Or is
Are you comfortable with that?
yeah? Are you comfortable with that?
No.
You want to go?
No, I am not comfortable with going with, a cult's figurehead, leader, whatever you want to
I'm
call
sorry.
it, that I don't know, to look for my friend's brother, possibly fucking someone. So,
I thought you meant you were not comfortable with me going.
no.
Okay.
I'm a lot more comfortable with you going.
Okay, sorry. Misunderstood you.
That broke me. That broke me.
Have I mentioned how much I appreciate every single one of you so much?
I'm dying. Nagheim is quietly moping in the back.
To the wine house for me, I
Okay.
suppose.
So, you kind of work your way through the pathways that you've been before.
I'll get some sleep.
Did I say you got your luck back this morning? No, I did not. Oh, I will say. Oh,
right.
but
I do need a long rest.
yeah, everybody take a long rest. That way you get spells and all that kind of stuff and hit points if you still need it. But I will offer Cult, because I know you forget until like halfway into it. Did you want to do your spirit thing?
Oh, ghosties!
Yes.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. I always forget. Ghosties! Yeah. Who can I pull from this place?
Oh yeah, you don't roll anything. It just happens, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
And then I will choose insight.
insight. All right. So you do summon a ghost. and a figure stands before you. Their outline a little distorted just because raindrops seem to be pouring down. And it's chubby rain. It's like straight up jungle rain where it can hit you and you'll feel it. But as it tears through the spiritual fabric of this person, you do see, as they walk gently towards you, long flowing hair, elvish ears. The face, not distinct or too descriptive, but you can see elegant figures. A woman in same material, not in color, but the same design as the cult of Dionysus. And she just gently places her hands upon each of your cheeks and just gently mimics a kiss on your forehead and dissipates with the rain.
Wild.
Sometimes I've got it, sometimes I don't.
Always got it.
Oh, stop.
Ghost kisses.
All right. So, you guys check out each avenue there, starting with the wines and their tents and their breweries and everything like that. You do, as soon as you walk in, there is like a little bit of that sour stench just because some of the drippings from each of the casks and everything, it just kind of coalesces like near the bottom of the cask, and it does have a bit of that pungent smell. But with everything brewing and the heat and everything, it is in itself intoxicating with all the different notes and flavors and spices in the air to make all these casks. And for most of you, it does take a lot of self-control not to sample as you go, because they are very enticing smells. But needless to say, you go from there, and before you go down to the next wine one, Pandora does duck in with Rose to see, just peek inside the pleasure tents to see if there is anybody there. It's not until you get to the third one. Pandora and Rose come back outside and just give you a nod, Cult.
If you'd like, we'll give you some privacy so you can talk to him.
Is he busy?
Not like most of the others, but he is inside.
I could go get him and carry him outside.
I'd ask that
And
you
cover
not make
him,
a
of course.
scene.
No, I don't think
No,
that's necessary.
I don't mean with brute force. I mean more like, you know, like those in those fairy tales when someone is carried like that.
Well, he is
We could do that.
conscious.
Does the tent have any other exits?
No.
Why don't we just wait for him to come out?
We could wait very long.
She's not wrong.
He's energetic. Nick, can you just give him a
Blind
heads
me?
up over here? Yeah. Shove this hot poker into both of my eyes.
Actually, I would like to not here right now.
All right. Well,
Neckheim will just
I-
walk a bit away.
we're not here to make them uncomfortable, so why don't we join Nagheim over here?
I'll go with them.
All right. Rose, do you want to stay with Cult just in case?
Yeah.
All right. I'll show your friends some of the other sites. Maybe there's something more to their liking, the wines, or maybe they're hungry still. We'll get them some snacks. You just we'll be over here. You give me a signal when it's okay to come back. How's that sound?
I'll holla.
Excellent. All right. You take care. Cult? Yeah. I wish you luck. I do. All right.
And she leaves with Viria and Nagheim.
We wait for my brother to finish.
What a sentence.
How long are you
Lean
willing?
against a tent like
So-
this and be like a
Yeah.
edgelord.
How long are you seriously willing to wait in the rain outside?
15 minutes, and then I'll go in and carry him.
15 minutes easily goes by.
Okay.
Okay.
Hang on.
Wait. Oh, I don't feel like it's right. I feel like this is gonna be so awkward for both of us if we drag him out.
I mean, I'll drag him. I coax him.
I wish there was a
I
door that I could knock on.
I can go in naked, so it feels more natural.
Okay,
That's
let's let Cult answer this, okay?
wow. I like your spirit and that answer, but not in this situation. Though. I'll blend in. Never see her again.
I got stuck along the way. He's 5 feet away.
I tripped and landed on top of this beautiful person.
Yes.
Some characters die, some get lost in an
I
orgy
tried to get up, but
forever.
all I could touch was soft things, and it was so hard to push away. And some hard things
She meant
too.
it as camouflage.
Oh, sure. Wink, wonk.
Okay. Bringing it back.
Okay. Cult's just gonna go by the entrance, and he's just gonna go, Tennyson!
So I've been toying with the idea of growing it out. As it is right now, it still takes so long to manage. With a few more
Beloved!
inches, well, at least when it comes to hair, it's not so difficult regarding inches. How do you do it?
Beloved!
Fuck.
Come on out. Cover yourself first.
Why so prudish, brother? Why don't you come on in?
Out here now.
No, I don't think so. It's raining outside. You must be in an
You-
awful sight.
You really wish to do this right now.
Sorry, can't hit. Hurry up.
Do you want me to go in?
Nope. And he's going to cover his eyes with just a slight glimpse, and he's gonna go in.
I'm gonna follow and put my hands on Cult's shoulder and guide Cult.
Fair enough. So, Cult, as Rose peers in, she sees a mashup of skin from various races and cultures, bodies twisted upon bodies, sweat glistening down the spinal gutter of muscled backs, hands caressing the smooth, shapely skin of others, fingers tangled in hair, tongues and teeth exploring every crack and crevice of another's skin. And there, sitting with his back against a pile of multicolored pillows, one hand lazily clutching the mouthpiece of a hookah, and holding a half-hearted conversation with an enamored young tiefling whose chin dances on the tip of Ten's fingertips. All while a young Genasi massages his thighs, waiting for their chance to be noticed, is your brother in all his glory.
You wrote that. I'm delighted and horrified.
You said crack.
That's the only tickler! I'm offended!
Oh, that was the best response ever.
You are the most perfect people I've ever played D&D with. I swear to God. Okay. Cult is going to toss the pith helmet onto the offending area. And still with his hand up, slightly peeking through, he goes, well, I've traveled quite some time.
Well, you've traveled far enough until you remove that.
Come outside.
Not that. That.
And he's going to lean down, avoiding everything else, eyes to eyes. Looming over his slighter framed brother. And with his deepest, orkiest, threateningest voice, he goes, outside now.
Take it. Oh shit, I'm not even wearing it. Fuck. Sorry. Sorry. I meant the ring. I meant the ring. Take it off.
I don't have it on.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, it's around my neck. Yes, I do technically have it on my person. Take it up. Okay, fine. Rose, hold this, please. Don't put it on. Although I don't think it works that way.
It's my brother.
Can we now go?
I'm quite comfortable where I am, I'm sorry to say. Why don't you take a seat? Stop glaring, jeez.
His eyes are just darting back and forth. He's trying to focus.
Tyrese,
on
would you
this
be a
part.
dear?
Hi.
Yes. Tyrese, move.
Hi,
Thank
sorry.
you. Hello. Oh, hello. The whole gang is here, I'm assuming. I know one of you has been talking to me at non-stop. Do you know the term ghosting? Ugh. Some people,
Ouch.
they're not too pretty to be ignored. Let me just tell you.
How about we
That
go
hurt.
outside and we don't ruin this atmosphere for everyone while you settle this matter with your brother, and then maybe, once settled, you can return. I think that would suit everyone here. And then Rose will look at everyone for approval.
Nobody is paying attention to you. I feel like this is a much more private environment. What is it you want to discuss exactly, brother? You've come all this way.
Fine. And he'll sit down. He'll cross his arms. He goes,
Someone underneath you says, I'm sorry, that's my ankle. Could you not?
oh my God. Oh, I'm so sorry. My
It's okay.
apologies. I hope I didn't ruin the vibe.
No. If you want to join
No?
in later, come on, just let me know.
Thank you
Just-
for the invitation.
You're very hot.
Oh, thank you. I am hot. He's just drenched in sweat now.
And you look at your brother and he will motion to the pillow next to him where there is no body.
All right. And he scoots over, makes sure. He sits and crosses his arm and goes, you know who's running the house right now?
I imagine you or Auntie Olaf.
Auntie Olaf is.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Do you know what is at risk right now with mother and father gone?
I'm pretty sure whatever it is what they planned.
What they planned? What do you think they planned?
To fuck off to the Feywild. What else?
Our house stands almost empty, almost devoid of family right now. Do you know what our house stands for?
Please enlighten me. I'm sure you're chomping at the bit to do so.
Well, allow me to inform you that it represents the joining of orc blood and elven blood, first noble family of that kind in Singorn. Our sister now fights a war father is too damaged to face. It is our responsibility to go and keep that house standing, keep our name in good will with Singorn. That's what that represents.
I see. So, Nell decided that wasn't her job, her purpose, and she
Nell
went, no,
has
I'm
a
sorry,
job."
I'm sorry, I believe I am speaking. she buggers off to do whatever Nell wanted to do. Remind me, why is this not your responsibility, being the older sibling between the two of us? No. Archie decides to go off and fuck around a bit and find out. That's what's in the cards for you, so no, it shouldn't be your responsibility. Do you know what Mother said to me when they decided to leave? Any guess? All the help around the estate gathered together, Auntie Orloff, Father, and Mother, giving instructions to everyone. She turned to me and just said, "And of course, you'll be staying in the estate. Of course. What else is expected of me? We all had a part to play in this little family, didn't we? Like we were all some sort of experiment. They tried to make the perfect child with Nell, and then curiosity got the best of them, and they wondered, what would happen if they didn't follow a plan? That's where you came in. But when I arrived, they didn't have a plan. Or maybe they were just too bored. So off goes Nell to be the spitting image of her father's legacy, and off you go breaking all the rules and getting no more than a slap on the wrist. And then there's me. What do? I let the pretty people tell me how handsome I am. I write poetry, and I break hearts. I am pretty furniture in a perfect family. And the one time I decide to do something for myself, have my own little adventure, just like my big brother, here you are, telling me to go home and play my part. Well, I am so sorry that you've had to travel all this way because of little old me. And I am doubly sorry that you are going home empty-handed, because I am not quite done having my bit of fun. There's a little bit of poetry for you. Stay as long as you like, as I intend to as well.
And Colt's just fuming, but he's not saying anything. He gets up and he looks at him close again. He goes, "I fucking hate you." And he just stomps away.
Rose will just sit there quietly for a moment and just look in very intensely at Tense and say, "You are a disappointment to everything Dionysus represents." And then she will get up and leave.
Oh, I ate that all up with a spoon. It's very good.
So, as you both leave the tent, I'll assume at first, Cult, you might be in a state of mind that you're not really predicting which direction you are going.
Mm-hmm.
And there is steam rising off you as the rain hits down on you because you are fuming. But a voice calls out not too far from you.
How did things go in there? I can tell from your face, not well. It's all right. It's all right. I won't ask, but the offer still stands. If you feel that your brother is
No,
not
thank
suited,
you. And he's gonna turn and walk away mid-sentence like a dick. But he says no thank you to the offer, which is...
We'll try again later, Pando. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
No problem. You just come find me.
Yeah. I was meaning to ask you something.
Yes.
The wooden house.
Hmm?
That's new. That I went to look for my old tent, and then haha, there's a house of temple of sorts.
Yes.
I was curious about that.
Oh, we constructed that shortly after you left, actually. Yeah.
Oh. What's in it? I tried to go last night, but they wouldn't let me in.
Oh, well, I believe the voice was probably resting at that point, and they didn't want anyone to disturb them. But yeah, that's the home of the voice.
Can we go? I'm curious.
I offered, but I think your friend needs to cool down just a little bit before going in there.
Oh, I
just to
meant
be-
like just you and I just want to check it out, like you know,
I think
see
it's
what you've
best
done
that-
with the place.
Oh, for sure. But I think it's best that we bring your whole party. That way I don't want to waste the voice's time. Multiple
Oh, I
conversations.
don't want to talk to the voice. I just want to see, you know, like.
Well, they're very interested in talking to all of you.
Huh. I don't remember my tent talking to me.
Oh, honey, I'm so tickled that you haven't changed a bit. You're a riot. No, the voice was insistent that she speak to all of you. So, whenever you're ready, all of you take your time. I can understand that tensions are a little high right now, but once again, let me know when you're ready, and I'll take you to the voice. All right?
Right. But the voice is not the tent,
No.
and the voice is the house.
You've met the voice, honey.
Are you the voice?
No, I'm not. Honey, did you hit your head? Maybe you were spending too much time in one of the other tents. It's been a while since you've been here. It's been a while. I don't know why I did that. Oh, well, that's weird. I've got a little tick against. So, by all means, catch up with your friend. I don't want them getting lost. Is that all right?
Oh, it's fine. I'm just confused about the house and the
That's
voice.
going to go on for a good long while. I'm going to tell you to go get your friend now, okay?
Okay. I go and catch up with
Colt will probably find somewhere secluded with a log to sit on and just soaked through. And just,
You know, buddy, we can find you a rock for that.
Rose, he's right. I came in out here all brimstone and hellfire, thinking I was... He's right.
I mean, he's not
I did-
right about everything.
I did the exact same thing, but at a more convenient time. I can't ask him to come home. I can't ask for him to get kicked out. It's not my decision.
Well, you can ask him to communicate with you and not, you know.
I don't want him to know he's won, but I'm pretty sure he's realized that already.
I think there's still middle ground here. I think there's still, once you both cool off, maybe you guys can talk and come to an understanding of what's best to the both of you. And maybe the best will not be Tens coming home right now. Maybe it will be Tens coming home later, but you know, maybe we work on smaller milestones, like stop being a dick, be nicer to each other, communicate. That might be a good starting point.
Oh, things
And then
so
from-
much easier with just quiet resentment.
How's that work for you so far?
Yes and no. We don't ever have to really talk about our feelings, which is easier.
And here you are.
Here I am. I've dragged all of you along with me. Made you come back to a place you didn't want to come back to. I'm sorry about that.
I would have found you back here eventually.
Megam's gonna be pissed.
We need to find a way to convince them not to burn this whole place down.
I don't think you can, it's quite wet.
When it stops raining.
I can't believe what a fucking asshole he is.
Let's go find the others.
Alright. And he's gonna take Rose's hand and hold on to it tightly as they walk hand in hand.
I don't understand what's happening.
Hands.
She was holding
We're holding
hands, you're
hands.
dog paddling. I don't know that
don't know.
either of you know how to hold hands properly. This is disturbing more than anything I could throw at you. There you go.
I'm
the
representing
true word.
both hands.
You represent, right on. All right, so your friends reconvene with the two of you, Viri and Nigheim. What is everybody wanting to do at this point?
I give them a TLDR that like, yeah, we met tense, it didn't go so well.
Before they come back, can Nagheim and I have a little talk?
Oh, sure, yeah.
'Cause,
It took a while for them to have their moment there, so yeah.
yeah, they kind of stormed off, and you're just concerned about that.
Okay. Go ahead.
She'll follow you and overtake you and plant herself in front of you.
When I try to contact Thames,
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt. Can you move to the mic a little closer?
when I tried to contact Thames, I was called a headache. So, I believe what Cult and I spoke about will become much easier.
What did you speak about?
How there's a difference in race amongst how we live and how long we live. And that is something I must need to take into consideration if I am to ever look for a partner.
And you thought that partner might be Tens?
I have not lived a life most people have. I've been very sheltered, and I think I may have let my heart do thinking for me that my brain would otherwise have stopped.
Do you like him?
I thought I did. And with that, Nagheim kind of starts to like swell up. But as I've read in many books before, not all feelings are reciprocated. And it is having to move on is something I've never really had to do myself. It's not a feeling I was expecting, but here we are.
Upset are you truly?
I wish I never came. I wish I had taken the time to maybe go home instead and try to learn about me, about what I must do. But I let my heart tell me where to go.
That's such a bad thing. You couldn't have known.
No. But I feel like it would have been better to live in a fantasy of what could have been, instead of knowing what is. We are here, and this is still a cult that I do not trust. You might as well make the most of it.
I just don't want you to regret following your heart.
Disappointment is something I must learn. Instead of just disappointed in studies, there's disappointment in other ways I have never experienced. And it is time for me to learn how that is.
Well, then let it out.
And Eggheim just cries. Just stands there. I just starts crying.
And Viria will take you into her arms and kind of like nestle your head into the crook of her neck and just hold you. And lets you cry.
Yeah.
I'm crying.
It doesn't take much, to be fair.
I know, I'm a big crier, I love it.
After some time, Eggheim just kind of composes themselves and prestos everything. Goes to presto you dry, and it's just like later.
You look better covered in my tears.
I mean,
All right. So eventually, thankfully, by some weird coincidence, your group does not come together before everyone feels that they are put together again to show face. But eventually you do. And I will say, whether you spend the next couple of hours or days in this place, eventually you do come to the point where you feel ready to have whatever conversation is waiting for you with the voice of Dionysus. What does everyone do to prepare for this? Mentally, if there are questions you will have that you want to confer with everybody else, if there are questions or concerns as a group, I'll give you time to discuss.
I bring my bird back.
Fair enough.
And if we're going into that, I have to let Harry out.
Yeah, go ahead.
He is pacing.
We'll patch you up to date. Patch you up to date? What the fuck am I talking about?
I mean, we understood. It got through.
And I'll say, now that I've shown off the fancy stuff, I'll change it back to this camera. There we go. Get rid of the rain. Get this thing back. Nope, that one.
Wait,
There we go.
no, don't get rid of the rain. We love it.
Oh, but there's so many other weather things that may be in the works for you guys. I don't know. I've been busy in 3 weeks, motherfuckers. Anyway, so you can talk about this out of character if you like. Like, what do you want to ask? What kind of things do you want to know? Bah, 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 bah.
Okay,
Rose
well-
will share that she asked about like the house and like that her house, her tent slash house that wasn't in the house but that was a tent, did not used to talk to her, so she's very confused about the voice now being there. And then she goes into a very long-winded explanation that probably loses you.
3 hours later.
Yeah, so basically kind of what she had with the
Now,
Pandora.
I will say, just because they're not here, between Viri and Cult, whoever has the better insight between you two, I will give you advantage on
I have-
Rose.
Proficiency right now on insight because of my
I have-
ghosties.
I have a +1, so.
So it's 9 plus 3, I think.
Was that advantage though?
Oh, advantage.
I'll say because Nagheim isn't here, they would have, done something for you. I won't say it's guidance, but at least advantage. Okay, 18.
18, 19, 20, 21.
So Rose, there is, as you are dancing around from topic to topic and thing to thing and all your surface concerns, there is one idea that is plaguing your brain that you are trying to speak over top of in your own head. And it's a question that you seem impossible, but one that you can't help to consider. Is the voice her? And that is what you are either trying to persuade your friends that nothing's wrong outside of the ordinary, or you're trying to deceive them that you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You didn't miss anything, Nagheim, just a little bit of update here. So, with an 18, I'll let you roll the die for persuading them or deceiving them. Rollies.
Everything's
Cult.
fine, you guys. Should just a d20?
Cult, can you hear me?
What? No, Rose cut out at a very important word, and I.
Oh, I said just a d20 for rollies?
Yes. So, Cult,
Okay.
roll a d20.
Okay. 16.
So you do get that vibe that Rose is kind of word vomiting to hide what she's actually feeling. What that is, you don't know. Because the words that are coming out, they are making sense, but then she's trying to reiterate what she just said over and over and over and over again.
Okay, Rose. Okay. We get that it's not a talking tent. It's
So-
not a talking house.
This voice is a person. Is that?
That's the part that I don't get. Who is the voice? Because I didn't hear any voices when I was here.
Well, maybe it's the person that originally heard the voice that you would probably know. Who are the others who started this place with you?
Rose, make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution?
Did I just ask the right question?
Constitution? What just happened to me?
I don't know. Oh, what?
Rose vomits on the floor in front of you all.
Whoa! What are you?
Why did I vomit?
Rose, are you okay?
I don't know. Am I okay?
I'm looking for a vase of some kind, of like a pot.
Presto.
Well, you're outside.
Oh, never mind then.
Am I okay?
Cult just asked if the voice is a person. The thought of that, some part of your brain rejected it and then rejected whatever else it could. You didn't shit yourself. I'm not saying that. You just topside.
She wipes her mouth and be like,
Is it the food? Is anyone else feeling sick?
I think it might be the altitude. It's been a while.
Rose, is Is this making you uncomfortable?
No, I'm usually pretty good with heights. That was really weird.
No, that the voice is a person. I know, it works though. Go with
I love it.
the voice is obviously the person that's talking to Dionysus. Who would that be? Throws up again.
I'm waiting for Jason to see if I'm throwing up again.
Well, is this... You said Pandora wants... No, sorry. Pandora said this voice wants to speak to all of us.
Yeah, I thought we were only gonna speak to them if we were gonna have Tens ejected. Which I honestly, at this point, I can't do.
To be fair, she said one of two things. If you felt it necessary to remove Tens, she would help you, and you could sort of plead your case to the voice of Dionysus. If not, the voice was going to have a conversation with you to see if they could better put you at ease with Tens being among them.
Fair.
Yeah.
But why all of us?
I don't know. I tried to go in because I wanted to see. Like,
So I already have a voice in my head telling me what to do. I kind of don't want another one.
How is
But
that
that's the
voice?
thing. It's a voice in a house and not in a head.
No, the voice is a person who talks to the voice.
Okay.
So is a person hidden in the house?
Who did you start this with? That's all I'm asking. Was Pando one of the first and you were one of the first? Who else was one of the first?
Yeah, because you said one of the founders, so that means there were more than one.
Then that's the person we're gonna go talk to.
Rose is terrified by the question.
You guys don't need to make rolls for that.
her.
Yep.
Yeah. Rose. Deep breaths. And Nagheim will kind of reach out their hands. Give me your hands. Deep breaths. Exhale.
You smell a little bit of the puke.
Sorry.
Remember, the more we know, the better.
Rose is gonna whisper. My wife?
And Nagheim just squeezes Rose's hands. Rose, what is your wife's name?
Airy?
Insight check.
She's telling the truth.
She's telling the truth.
Perfect. Is there anything else we should be expecting?
Well, I mean, you can't really expect her because she's dead.
What?
I am so sorry.
Oh, honey.
Rose, I am sorry.
We don't
Then
need to go see whoever this voice is if you don't want to, Rose.
Well,
We came here for Tens, and obviously from what you tell us, he doesn't want to come back, so... What else is there to do?
check out the voice.
You look... You know, no offense, but you look terrified.
They look like shit.
Yeah.
I guess I chose the wrong time.
We
to get
don't,
my
we...
hair back.
I don't want you to do something you don't want to.
I don't understand this whole voice tent house thing. That's why. Like, is it a ghost?
Oh, you seem to think it's
Well,
your dead wife.
I can talk to ghosts. Rose, if you
Have you seen a ghost named Airy?
I saw an elf woman with long hair.
What's her hair color?
I don't think I see the ghostly hair color. It's just like a white, sort of shimmery. She was wearing the regular cloak of Dionysus. She lets me read a little bit clearer into how people are reacting to me and things.
I mean, I don't know how Ghost Airy would be, so.
I mean, we can. It's up to you at this point, Rose. We came what we tried, and we tried to do what we came out to do. I can't believe you are married and they're gone. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
How about this? If you want to check it out and you get overwhelmed, let me know. I can get us out without harming anyone.
If you want us to check it out for you, we can do that as well.
I mean, ideally, I would have liked to check it out, like, alone, but they're not letting me.
Maybe talk to Pandora about it a bit more?
Yeah. Ugh, this is so messy.
Oh.
And then Rose will walk a little bit ahead and, like, find an offensive rock to kick.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Please don't make me hurt my friends.
I'm kidding.
Come on,
You
that
you
one.
pound the shit out of a rock. I don't. I'm not gonna do
An
that.
arm.
Are you looking to destroy the rock or just punt it?
No, just like, you know when you're like walking, you're like, ooh, a rock, I kick it with my feet.
Oh, I'm thinking like a seeding rock. So, you're a
No,
barbarian. I'm giving you the
no.
benefit of the doubt. Okay,
No,
so a
I
rock,
just
yeah,
wanna
you
kick
kick
a
it so hard, you hear someone, ah, what the fuck?
Sorry.
That's not my kink.
Sorry. The king tent is over there,
Thank you.
I think. I don't know if there's a king tent.
Oh, got a lot of kinks, no?
We will
Can they all be contained into one tent?
accept
They're
it and
probably
respect safety words.
So, here's where I'm gonna ask a meta question.
Okay.
I'm looking at the time.
Oh yeah.
Are we going later or should we end it here?
I
got the-
can't go later.
Yep.
Up to Fred. I can.
No,
go
I got
later
it. I got it.
I
So-
have physio tomorrow morning.
For sure. So this is where we're gonna stop. So, knowing that you are heading to speak with whoever or whatever the voice of Dionysus is, I want you to think about your questions, your concerns, both, well, for Cult and Rose specifically, because you have two different tracks of thought here. You can relay those to the group outside of the game so that everybody's on the same page going forward. And when we come back, we are going to meet the voice of Dionysus. So thank you, everybody out there, for watching.
Oh, thank you so much.
I have been waiting for this for so long.
Jason got to read from his dirty script.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot to tag the stream as 18 plus. Oops.
Yeah. Don't we always? Isn't it always? I always thought it was.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah, we swear a lot. We talk about nasty stuff.
Yeah, we nasty. All right. So, thank you everyone for hanging out. Thank you for being in the chat as always. We will be here next Sunday, same time, same channel as always. And as we always like to say at the end of every stream,
Appropriate this time.
yeah.
Yeah, especially this time.
Have safe sex.
In one of the tents, please.